is up, everybody? Episode 300 is on the air. This is 300. We made it. 300 episodes. I made Rick's ears ring. He just said Jesus, but he doesn't mean it in an offensive way. I just freaked him out a little bit. I'm Bryce. This is Mike, and this is Rick. And this is...
I hope you weren't wearing headphones.
This is our little...
sorry, Lewis. If you're
this is our little podcast, Some Shit We Like, that we've been doing for 300 episodes now. If you are the uninitiated and new to this whole situation, we stream live on the weekends on Twitch at some time that we will let you know about when we post it on social media. So make sure to follow us on social media at Some Shit We Like. Facebook is SSWL Network, correct? Yep. All right, I'm not on social media. I post on...
but he's our social media
manager. That's the deal. Yeah, I guess sort of. At least for Twitter. Yeah, that's the deal. If you miss us live and you want to hear this full episode, you can do that. The soonest you could do that would be on Tuesday, where you could hear the whole episode in its entirety if you miss us live. If you want some visuals to go with your audio, we will post clips of this entire show throughout the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday throughout the week. It changes. Sometimes Rick makes a lot of videos and I get creative, and that's what happens. And Rick just almost dropped a chip. But he caught it. He didn't let it go to waste. No food will go to waste while we record this podcast.
No man left behind.
No man left behind, no chip left behind. And so, yeah, if you didn't catch us live, then you could still watch this whole show, just not live. We'll post the full video up on YouTube on Friday at noon. I'm ready to have a drink.
Yes. All right, what are we drinking, Bryce?
Today, well, we're going to drink a lot of stuff. It's all from Stone, but this is Stone's Delicious IPA. Yep. We're kind of doing a sampler
Show
of
it
a lot
to the
of
camera.
stuff. Show it to the camera.
Upside down.
Upside. Yeah. Yeah, I've had this one before. It's been a while, though. So
cheers to 300, boys.
Oh, it smells delicious. Ooh, that is a bitter IPA. I like it. It's like
not a sponsor.
like grapefruit rind?
Yet. Yeah. I'll tell you exactly what it... Let's see.
He really loves his beer.
Yeah. A citrusy India Pale Ale with lemon drop and El Dorado hops. Does it say more than that? I don't know.
It's like I said. It's
the
like
city of El Dorado.
It's like biting into a whole grapefruit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of correct.
Yeah.
It does taste
What do you
a lot
mean
like
kind of
grapefruit.
correct, son? I got a refined palate. You know where I learned how to describe things like that? Rick, you would know. Wine library?
Oh, yeah, true.
Where do you want this?
A little bit closer to the mic. Just so, there it is. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
Cheesy, welcome.
Oh man! All right, what's up, Cheesy? So today,
Bryce,
yeah, go
tell
ahead.
us your story, dude.
Yeah, today's been a different kind of day.
Yeah, it has for sure.
Yeah. So these guys have already been hanging out for a couple hours.
We thought Bryce was dead.
Yeah, I wasn't dead. So lately, let me do some provide some more backstory.
Here we go.
For the full what?
So here we go. Greg Miller story.
Yeah. So the lady, okay, likes to she prefers to sleep with the blinds open. Okay, because she just wants to. She feels like she won't oversleep too much that way. The sun will hit her face and blah blah blah. I don't like that.
No.
You know, like I mean, but I like for the most part, I've just done that. You know, for a long ass time. You know, like just depending on the situation. But it's not like when I was growing up, like in wherever I was living, I either had shutters or blinds or whatever it was. Like before I'd go to sleep, I'd shut all the shutters and.
Bryce is also the guy that if you go to Vegas and you stay in a room with him in Vegas, he'll fucking gorilla tape the blinds shut so that one little peak of light doesn't come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've dealt with it for a bit. But anyways, that was me. Close the blinds, close the shutters, sleep, wake up in the morning, and open everything up. What about you guys? Like, do you guys close the blinds and stuff before you go to sleep? Or
No, I generally don't because we leave the window cracked so air can come through.
Okay.
Because we got bad circulation in our room.
Yeah.
But our bed is not like it's not hitting us. It's on the side of the bed, so it's not like that's gonna wake me up if it hits me in the face.
Right.
And for me, as you can tell, I'm a vampire.
Right.
Rick does that. So, and these guys know that I'm a really sound sleeper. And I am. It wasn't that I wasn't.
We once folded Bryce into a futon and he didn't wake up.
I can't explain it. It's not good. Like alarms don't work for me. Like I've always had to have somebody wake me up in some way. Or the thing that does work for me though that's weird is I do have a good internal clock.
Yeah.
And if I know I have to wake up for something, my body does seem, for the most part, for the most part,
Yeah.
as I guess I got older and more responsible, my body will tend to wake me up before the alarm that I did set that probably wouldn't have woken me up goes off. So I got really lucky in that regard. So anyways, yeah, but for the most part, like I was still sleeping fine, but I just noticed like I don't sleep as late as I used to, you know. And then finally, like I was just maybe we've been doing this for like 2 weeks now. I'm like, can we? I asked my girlfriend, I'm like, can we, Annie, can we close the blinds? Can we just try it? You know, like we just tried closing the blinds.
Try it on. If you don't like it, throw it back. But
yeah. And she didn't care. I mean, it wasn't like it's not like it's a big thing to her. Like she sleeps like all day too. Like if she could, you know, like it's really funny. So I don't really think it mattered. So the point that I'm getting at is we've been doing that lately, and for whatever reason, I guess I know the reason. I now sleep like I'm a fucking 14-year-old teenager again. Because this is not the first, what was it, about a week ago, maybe last Sunday, I think last Sunday, first time, and it wasn't that I went to bed super late, I guess late for some people, it was probably like 2:30. So, yeah, kind of late. But it wasn't like it was like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I wake up, I'm like, oh, I have to pee. I'm like, I think I peed. And no, I think I looked at my phone first. I don't know why I'm telling you the order, but I am. I look at my phone. I'm like, holy fuck, it's 11:55. You know, like I haven't slept till almost noon in so fucking long, unless I went to bed at super late, super late. So, yeah. So I just want to reassure you guys that I wasn't being irresponsible. I didn't stay up till 5 a.m. and whatever. And I didn't bother to set an alarm because. I didn't think I would need one. B, it probably wouldn't work. And I'm just like, that's no big deal. Last night I went to bed, I think at like 2:30. I got into bed at 2:30. So, yeah.
That's hilarious.
And so, yeah. So last night the blinds were closed. The night before, my girlfriend goes, can we do the blinds open this time? And we have like a curtain by our bed.
Yeah.
And it's like, can we open the curtain and see how that goes? And so we did that. And like, I felt like I didn't sleep as well. Okay. I woke up at like 9:15, I'd say, which isn't bad.
Right.
But what I noticed more is that when I woke up, my eyes felt more tired. I felt more tired. So I don't know if it's just maybe whether I knew it or not, the sun hitting my face. Because I'm also on the side of the bed where the sun's going to hit me the most. Granted, we haven't had much sun this week, but which has been lovely. But yeah, so I'm like, let's go back to it tonight. Let me just do the difference, right? And so I'm not kidding, like no joke. I woke up, I'm like, oh, I kind of have to pee. And then I look at my phone, I'm like, it's 11:15. It was Saved by the Bell. Like that song right in my head. I shot out of bed, I peed, and I wrote you guys before I even heard your messages. And as I'm listening to the messages, I'm just like, I heard what you said. And like Mike's like, I'm good to go. I'm like, that was like at 9:50. I'm like, oh fuck. And Rick goes, I'll come get you. And I'm like, holy shit, they're already together. Like I'm just getting out of bed. Yeah. And that's what happened, man. Like, and so like for me, like I shot out of bed, I peed. Luckily, like I said, I'm not normally this way, but I had worked out yesterday, and so I showered later at night. So like I had showered. I'm like, okay, well that's good. That saves me time there. So I'll just like brush my teeth, wash my face, and do what I have to do. So I got lucky in that regard because I'm like, if I still had to shower, I'm like, fuck, man, they're gonna be waiting for a little bit. But I felt so bad. But like I woke up, saw the time, and I'm like, they're already together. I cannot believe it. But it's been great though. Like the blinds being closed, like I don't necessarily want to sleep that late, but I woke up feeling so rested and so recharged, and that I can't, like for years now, we've been kind of sleeping mostly with the blinds open, and I just felt like, oh, maybe it's just that I'm getting older and I just don't sleep as late as I used to.
Right.
Nope.
It's
the fucking blinds, man. Like I was... You know that feeling that like you look at your time and you just have no idea, like you wouldn't have the faintest clue that that's what time it was.
You and I do the same thing when we get to Vegas though. Like we close the fucking curtains and then we close the darker curtains.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no line.
Yeah.
Then we jam the air conditioner so it stays on at 65 all night.
Hell yeah.
And then that's it. And if you don't like it, sleep in another room.
Yeah,
that's the way.
That's how it's got to be. I'm sorry, I'd rather have a bunch of blankets and if I would be freezing in the room than to be like mildly comfortable and like not have. I like blankets; it makes me comfortable. But that's what happened, guys. I don't want you to think like, and then I'm like, oh fucking, it's episode 300. Like shit. But it felt great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's
actually-
good when you get like that full sleep.
Oh man.
Louis Krabs says that he slept all through New Year's Day. He woke up at 2:15 a.m.
Holy
January
shit,
2nd.
man. That's crazy.
That's crazy. For me, the best sleep as far as like longest sleep I've had was when I missed my flight to Denver, and I was up all night because I couldn't really sleep at the airport. I ended up sleeping for like 15 hours or something like that. Felt good though when I woke up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, longer sleep for me has been stuff when I've been jet lagged or whatever.
Yeah.
And where it's
But
just-
even then, it
Oh,
wasn't
Blue Jays
necessarily
here, by the way.
longer sleep. You would just sleep at different hours.
Well,
you know what I mean?
well,
Like,
well,
you would
that-
sleep longer, but
yeah.
it was not like you didn't sleep for 18 fucking hours and then, you know what I mean? Like,
not necessarily. Although the first time I came back from Japan, I did go to bed at a decent hour, like 11 o'clock, I think, at night. And I woke up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock the next day. When I was like, what the fuck? Like, because it does. It just your body you're just completely fucked up,
Yeah.
man. It's insane. But yeah, man, that's my story. Like literally, we came in here. They asked me to get some drinks. I got some drinks. We poured them. We started the show. So they're hearing this story for the first time too. And I felt so bad. I'm like, holy shit! I got ready so quick, and it felt like Saved by the Bell. That song was in my head. For some reason,
When you wake up in the morning.
when I opened my eyes, for some reason, Paul McCartney's "Simply Have a Wonderful Christmas" that was in my head. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that? Why is that in my head? And then when I saw the time, the bell went off,
Yeah.
and it was when I wake up in. Anyways, that's the
that's
story.
a good song. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Yeah, it is good. That's his. Is that an original song or is that his cover?
I don't know.
When I hear that song, I'm like, this song sounds familiar, but I don't know if it's his own.
It was on my top 5 favorite Christmas songs list that we did a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Check
Oh man.
check YouTube for that.
That's what chips we were eating.
Oh well, I love to these too.
Not sponsored,
Yeah.
but we're open to it.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's my story. I was literally like, I could not. I'm like, man, they get like. At first, I thought, did they just do the show? Which I didn't think you guys would do
No.
because I just could
We're
not
waiting for
believe
it.
you guys were already together for so long. I felt bad.
We had like basically an episode of the show in the car on the way over here though, which
Oh,
is
sure.
pretty fucking funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking, and then I was kind of telling him like everyone right now on YouTube's kind of taking a break, taking their mental health break and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I actually feel like I want to start vlogging again.
Yeah.
And then that's when Mike brought up like, oh, sometimes I wish you were vlogging. That's when I told him
Yeah.
about it. But like we could literally just put a camera in the car and have us talking, going to get coffee, and then what do
I
we
was
call
saying,
it?
it was like Seinfeld, comedians in cars getting coffee.
Yeah.
It was like you could be podcasters in cars getting coffee.
There you go,
And I
yeah.
said, but instead of going to like these super fucking bougie high end cafes that he goes to, we got to go find like the worst cups of coffee in the city.
That'd be good. And then if I'm there, it would be podcasters in cars getting beers.
Yeah.
And I would be getting the bougie, fucking hard to find beers.
All right, so I got some trailers for everybody here today.
And some news. You do
And some
trailers
news.
first?
Let's jump into the news first.
Okay.
Because with news, we got some topics here.
Yeah. One of these articles is fucking weak, but we're gonna talk about it because
Let's-
there's conversation to be had about it.
Yeah.
But it's that shit I hate where it's like, here's basically what's in the headline, and then 3 paragraphs of nonsense that have nothing to do with the article
Yeah.
except for Wikipedia dump. But
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, so the first thing. Oh, you want to do with that story?
No, let's do this one first.
Okay. So Netflix, coming from CNN Business,
Yeah.
is raising their prices again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it says here that all 3 of the company's price plans will increase by $1 to $2. Standard $11 plan, for example, will be increased to $13.
If like they go the 2.
Yeah.
We talked about this about a year ago when they raised their prices, or a year and a half ago was it when they raised their prices to $11.99?
That was about last year, I think.
At
right?
some point last year,
I
yeah.
was very upset about it.
Yeah.
This makes me even more upset, especially when you read more of the business stuff and how they're taking $2 billion of debt right now, which is, again, so they're raising their prices to make their stockholders happy since they're taking on a large debt. I know a lot of people watch their original stuff and love their original stuff. Of the few things I've watched, I really dig. But it seems like they go off the deep end with acquiring things and making things, and then they're one-offs, and then or the season gets canceled, and then it's over, and it doesn't make sense financially to do that, and then to pass that debt onto your subscribers. That, you know, I think that's kind of shitty. But we knew this was going to happen. We talked about it a year and a half ago that these prices are just going to keep going up because of all the original content that they're putting money into and producing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, I think Rick and I are going to have the same opinion. It's going to differ from yours. I mean, at least that's my take on it. I'm not really that mad about it because I am someone that watches a lot of their original content. I didn't read this article, so I don't know about all that stuff, but they are so consistently churning out like new content that, I mean, I actually, like I said the other day, I'm like, man, like Netflix might be, like, if you wouldn't even want to call it this, like Netflix might be my favorite TV network now. You know what I mean? Like I realize like I'm so excited about a lot of the new shows that they put out that I would be lying to myself if I said something. I always get so excited when there's some new show and I'm interested in it and it ends up being good. Now, to what you said, for the most part, they really haven't started, like, they really hadn't been canceling things until recently, the last few months. And so for the most part, you were getting second seasons of a lot of their stuff. Now, there's a lot of stuff, too, that I know doesn't end up even touching my radar that I know comes out also. And so I'm just like, I guess, for me, I'm not that mad about it because I almost don't even use Netflix anymore to watch movies that I haven't seen. Because if I'm being honest, for the most part, they don't seem to get a lot of them anymore, or they get them too late, and I find other ways to watch them. So for me, Netflix has almost become a TV channel for me. And they are so consistently churning out content that I'm just like, this is insane. Like they legit probably could could do it almost like WWE Network style and run a schedule of original programming, not even just like, oh, let's play Avengers right now.
Then they'd have to charge more money though, because a live streaming thing would, but
I'm not telling them to do it.
I know, but I understand what you're saying.
Right. I'm not telling them to do that.
They could.
Right. So for me, like, I'm not going to really bitch about it because Netflix has evolved into something else entirely from when we first started.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, like Bryce said, I'm probably more on his side because I thought I would be angry too about the price hike, but I've been happy with what they've been putting out, and I've been enjoying the content, and I'm glad like they have old shows that I do like too that I can go back to and not have to worry about commercials like with Hulu. Yeah, I could pay for the no commercials on Hulu, but I don't want to pay more money. But for the most part, like I liked most of. I don't say all, but I like a few of their original stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, if I don't may not necessarily love it, but like they've been putting out.
But give an example. I can't think of anything of Netflix that you and I at least have both watched that you've left being like, oh well, that sucked.
Oh, that sucked?
Well, I mean, like everything that you and I at least watched, you've been like, oh man, that was really fucking good. So it must have been stuff that you have watched on your own that you've been let down on. Because you love Stranger Things.
Yeah, I love Stranger Things. Atypical.
You loved Atypical. What was the show that we're mad about? Everything Sucks.
Everything Sucks.
You loved Everything Sucks.
I just been more kind of pissed about how they're canceling good shows, like Lewis said, Daredevil.
But like what Cheesy just said, and he has a point. You have to remember they had to cancel some shows because of the Disney and MCU combination, and Disney starting up.
Okay, and so that affects me too. Now I can't go back and watch Sons of Anarchy again on Netflix because it's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yes, because of
Is it Mines on there?
No, it's not, and it never will be because of the Disney Fox merger.
Oh fuck, that's right. Yeah. Well, it's still in the process, but yeah.
And I don't think that.
Oh, you watched Atypical.
Those things will ever end up on a Disney streaming, even if Disney owns them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we recently saw, like yesterday, we saw an original that we'll get to later. But spoiler alert, you know, like I thought they're putting out good content. That was good.
Yeah, and so far,
like, but yeah, like I guess my issue mostly is like it sucks that they are canceling some of like the shows that I do like that are Marvel based, but at the same time they also cancel things that they've put out, like you said. Yeah, with Everything Sucks.
Yeah,
I'm not really gonna bat an eye. I guess someone might have said that as far as the price hike, but I think once it gets past to like that $15 mark, that's where I'm gonna be like.
That's where it's going.
If I'm not making enough,
it already is.
Yeah, for some people.
Yeah.
Like if I'm
the
not
4K one is $14.99, right?
Let's see.
I think the 4K one's
$8 plan will go up to $9, and its $14 plan will go up to $16.
Yeah. What is the $8 plan?
I don't know.
We're on the $12 plan.
Yeah.
$11.99.
I'm not sure. I know the plans are differently based off of like because now they have it to with how many devices could be connected at once.
Okay.
So I think that's how they divvy it up.
And I'm not saying we need to go back to the $7.99 thing. Like I totally understand that inflation happens. Again, debt happens and bandwidth costs money. Like I totally get that, and I'm fine with that. When we got to $9.99, I was like, okay, that's good. Now we're at $10.99 is what we're at right now. And again, I still feel like it's kind of a steal at $10.99, but every 9, 10, whatever 14 months, I think they're just trying to see how far they can go before there's a backlash.
I think it might.
And I understand they have to spend money to make money.
Right.
We have to incur that cost because we're using the service. I get that. I'm not delusional.
But after this price hike, I mean, if they put out even great, fantastic content, it's going to be worth the money that you put into it.
And that's what I'm saying. And I didn't mean to call you out, but I was kind of calling you out because I'm like, well, what show have you watched on Netflix where you've been like, oh, it's not that good? And plus, there's so many shows that I feel like you started and haven't finished that I know because I know you that I know you'd like you started
End of the fucking world. I still want to finish that.
You need to finish that. You've started Dark and you haven't finished Dark. I haven't finished Dark. I know you'd love The Innocents. I know you'd love Hill House. There's so many shows.
Are smaller properties and they don't have like necessarily huge big names in them. But then there's like the stuff that I know costs money. That shitty Adam Sandler Chris Rock movie. Mm-hmm. I know that costs money, and that movie's fucking terrible.
I could live without any of that stuff.
And I like Adam Sandler stuff. I like his old stuff. I do too. But the stuff that's been done recently, I don't like. And this is like the third, that Chris Rock thing, I think was like the third movie that's originated on Netflix. And it's like, I know that costs money. And now again, it's like when a video game that you like or we love has single player mode and then the sequel comes out and they're like, we're putting multiplayer. And it's like, don't put multiplayer in it just for the sake of having that on the back of the box unless you can make it work.
Yeah.
Luckily, with a game like Uncharted or The Last of Us, they made the multiplayer work and they had a separate team do it so it didn't take away, quote unquote, from the development of the single player. But having to allocate that budget for something just to have that thing on the back of the box fucking sucks. And then to pass that, to pass that on to me when I'm not going to fucking watch that, it sucks. And I understand I'm in the minority.
You probably are.
I completely get that. I'm not saying that this is wrong and they shouldn't do this and they're fucking us. I get that. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah. But it's starting to get to a point where it's almost not worth it for me anymore. For me.
For you, I understand that. Because Mike is a guy, you don't watch much TV anymore.
No, I don't.
I
really don't.
Rick and I still consume a lot of TV. I probably consume even more than Rick now just because Rick, again, has a habit of starting and not finishing stuff. I just want to say, because Louis Crab just said this, thank you. I mean, I don't have to learn, but Hill House is the absolute shit. It's so good. I've been telling these guys to watch it, and they haven't watched it yet.
And he's from the UK. He says it's $7.99 over there, pound-wise. Well, so I think that's roughly about the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I have no idea. I'd have to look into that. But, yeah, man, it's just... I don't even want to sit here because you just said if it got above a certain point, I might have to start scratching my head. But so far, if they keep putting out content the way that they do, I don't think I can. I'm not going to sit here and put a price tag on it because if they keep doing it, how could I do that? Yeah. And then what Mike just said, but I mean it was hold on, don't scroll. So yeah, like specifically what Mike was referring to in the article, Netflix has been spending billions on new content, at least $8 billion last year.
Yeah,
that's insane.
And then again, in that article, they talk about how they're assuming $2 billion of new debt.
Right. And and I understand
spending $2 billion more. They're assuming $2 billion of debt.
Yeah, the streaming service also announced in October that it planned to take on $2 billion in new debt. I understand that that's a choice.
Yes,
but I do think most people eat up a lot of the content that Netflix puts out. So they probably think like, look how much we're putting into our product. Yeah. It's the same thing when we have the discussion like, can video games still be $60? And it's like with how much money are being put into these big fucking games. I feel like Netflix can't sit here and be like, we're giving people so much stuff. I think there's some article talking about like how many shows were coming out on Netflix, original content in January alone. And I don't remember what it was, but...
I said it the last time they hiked the price that when they get to that $14.99, that's my tap out. Like, I'll stay there at $14.99. But higher than that, that's my tap out. I don't have a 4K TV, so I don't use that. We don't do the more expensive one for multiple devices. It's even gotten to the point now where my kids were the ones that were using Netflix the most. And that was kind of the reason why I was keeping it, because they would use it for legacy content. They've gotten to the point now where anything they consume, they just watch on YouTube. So it would make more sense for me to get YouTube Premium and cancel Netflix.
Yeah, and then it brings...
And again, that's for me. I'm not projecting on everybody out there. And like, I'm not going to pass off my situation as the majority and what needs to be done. For me, it's getting to a point where it makes more sense now that you know what, maybe I'll just get YouTube Premium.
Yeah, and that brings up an interesting discussion in and of itself, because, you know, like I have DirecTV.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Right.
I mean, I kind of, like, I have a sling box, so I steal it off my parents, so I steal it. But
you know, you're using it for the intent.
Right, yeah, it's still being paid for, but I just mean, like, I don't have my own thing. But, I mean, I use DirecTV, and when I really think about it, like, I mean, I use DirecTV for the DVR because it's there. But I know that if it came down to it, yeah, are we going to do
blue
the next one? Yeah, blue one. Wait, that was blue.
No,
Wait,
that was
green. Okay. I use it for the DVR, but I know that if I canceled DirecTV, I could easily watch that stuff elsewhere, whether it's Hulu, whether it's just however else. You know, a lot of this stuff. Now, granted, a lot of this is because I have a DirecTV account, but a lot of these networks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
let's finish this.
Yeah. So a lot of these networks, you know, let you watch on their website and whatnot. Was that just... Oh, you got a thing. I was like, wait a minute. You just fucking muscle that thing.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, wait a minute. But you have to subscribe to some TV, like Comcast, DirecTV, or whatever, to do that. But there's ways around that. You know, you could, like, have an HBO or whatever.
Right.
I guess the point that
HBO
I'm...
now?
Right, something like that. It's not Go, because Go is what you have. Or
I
maybe
think it's
you could
called
pay
Now.
for Go, too, because
Yeah.
HBO Go is, like, what you use when you already have it.
Right.
But I guess the point that I'm trying to make is I feel like the only reason why I still hang on to something like DirecTV is for sports, and for wrestling.
Right.
Even though I know if it came down to it, I could figure it out. So that being said, if I'm being honest with myself, I realize I watch a lot of my original content on Netflix now. I mean, how do you use Netflix? Do you feel like you probably watch more of their original content than you do, like, I'm gonna watch this old show? I'm not saying you don't ever do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that I watch is their original content.
Yeah.
Which includes the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And The Office.
Okay. But
Original content and then The Office. That's
Right.
pretty much it.
But it's interesting though, right? So if all of a sudden Netflix almost becomes one of your primary, if not your primary source of entertainment.
I would get rid of Hulu first before I'd get rid of Netflix.
And then if you don't have a TV subscription, then suddenly, like, I'm paying $25 a month to watch the majority of my original content, like, and everything else I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because if it's not Netflix, then it's YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
All right.
So it's interesting. All right, what?
All right, go on.
What? I'm not ready to move on.
Okay, go then.
Yeah, but so I just want to keep talking about this a little bit, just because their original content has been so good, and I'm going to use this opportunity. There's a show, I finished it. You guys probably already know that just started in January 11th. It just started completely off my radar. I had no idea about anything about it until I got a notification from my Netflix app about, like, check out this trailer. Rick, I think, watched the trailer for it, and I started watching it, but Sex Education is fucking phenomenal. Like, it's 8 episodes. They're roughly about an hour. I can't even sit here and say that, I sat down and binged it in one night. I didn't. I maybe I watched 2 episodes a night. So I guess and then it's only 8 episodes, so I can see how that goes. I mean, in some cases I only watched 1 episode a night. But Sex Education is a fucking amazing show. It's not Louis Krabby Is it actually educational? I mean, it's a fucking, like, it's a British comedy. Like, so I mean, sure, but I mean, it's not actually, like, you know, a sex education show. But I mean, yeah. But the show, you guys, Rick, like, for sure, and you too. But I know you don't watch TV much. But Rick, dude, I watch Sex Education, man. It's so fucking good. It is so good. I cannot remember a show in I don't know how long. I mean, and there's been other shows where they've made me care about every character in some sort of way, whether
Right.
it's good or bad. Like the writing was so good. It has Asa Butterfield in it. I think that's what's her face? Who's David Duchovny's co-star in X-Files?
Gillian Anderson.
She's in it. I'm trying to think.
Asa Butterfield's my fucking boy.
Is it Asa?
yeah.
I said Asa. I don't know.
Dude, I've been talking about that dude since Son of Rambo.
Well,
You
dude,
guys-
okay. Well, then
Fuck.
Mike.
He should have been fucking Spider-Man. Done.
I'm not even a
Fucking
Spider-Man
done.
guy, but I'm fucking with you on that because I think he would kill. Dude, Mike.
Fucking done.
I'm gonna make an exception
Yeah.
for me, man. If you like him, dude, I'm telling you, the show. I just really like it.
This is on my radar only because of him.
Yeah, it's so fucking good, dude. It's
And
so
he was
good.
also fantastic as Ender Wiggin in Ender's Game. Like, fucking amazing. That movie's not spectacular compared to the book, obviously, but Asa Butterfield is the shit, man. That dude is so good.
And he kills it in this show. Everybody kills it in this show. Like the characters, like I said, the writing is so good. They make me feel something for every character. And when it ended, I finished it last night.
So it's like an ensemble type of show.
Yeah, that's what the trailer looks like.
I mean,
That's what it.
it's.
Sort
I mean,
of.
it centers. I guess. Like I don't know how. I don't know. I'm trying to think what to compare it to. I don't know what to compare it to. It's a fucking amazing British comedy. And I really like it, and I can't stress enough. People need to watch it. It's so fucking good.
It's definitely on my list of things to check out
That's
again
next on my
because he's in
list.
it.
When it ended for me last night, yeah, I'll let that slide because I mean I want you to watch Hill House, but you need to fucking watch the show because I want to talk about this show with people. And when it ended last night, it left me feeling things in a good way, where like I was kind of mad, I was happy, like it left me wanting more. And God, I hope so much that there's fucking more because it was so fucking good. Watch
drink
Sex
this beer.
Education.
All right,
Okay.
I'll watch it.
Watch it.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers. So now we are drinking another Stone. This is Scorpion Bowl IPA.
Yeah.
A punch to the stinger.
Less grapefruity for sure. I like
It's not
it.
as bitter at all.
No, it's
Definitely
smooth.
not bitter.
I like this one a lot.
I knew you would because the
it's
first
not
one
that
is
bitter.
bitter. This one
has a
is less bitter.
sweeter taste to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did
very
a quick
good.
Google search, Lewis, by the way. It shows that Tesco, I think that's how you say it, it looks like they have IPA, or Stone IPA, but I don't know if they'll have these exactly. I did a quick Google search.
Yeah,
And he's not a fan of Asa.
Oh, okay.
Louis Crab.
Have you seen Son of Rambo? Ugh. Anyway.
And then also...
went to the same gym as Tom
went to the
Holland? That's funny. You should still give the show a shot, even if you don't like him. I don't see how you couldn't like him by the end of it, but there's other characters you can sink your teeth into.
The reason I was asking, I was thinking maybe is it kind of like in the same vein as maybe Skins? But you didn't watch the UK
No,
one.
no, I watched the MTV one, which I know isn't quite the same. No, dude, it's a comedy
I'll watch
through
it.
and
I'm
through.
gonna watch
I don't know
it.
how to explain
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's
Because I like
kind
Skins
of
a lot.
American Pie-ish. I mean, they're in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much.
I don't know. Just from the trailers I've seen, it kind of seemed like American Pie and Freaks and Geeks. Like,
Yeah, I could see. Okay, that's
I kinda
not bad. That's not bad. American
And
Pie
that's
and
just from the
Freaks and
trailers
Geeks,
I've seen.
that's not bad. And honestly, the show, like, I don't want to say too much because I feel like I watched the trailer and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Like I'm
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah,
But I
we're not
even
asking for you to,
felt
like, give
yeah.
anything away.
But I'm gonna say that I even felt that like after watching the trailer, watching the show, like I'm like, wow, like I kind of didn't know this is how the show was gonna be.
Okay.
So yeah, the trailer to me doesn't quite do it justice, even though
Gives you
the
the
trailer
vibe.
is
It gives
good.
you the vibe,
Yeah.
but not necessarily the content. Or
Yeah,
context.
oh man,
Okay.
it's fucking. The show has heart. The show is funny. The show is kind of educational. Rick is laughing at me. I don't know
I
why.
just like how passionate you are
Because
about
it's fucking.
You
I
know-
just finished it last night, man.
What-
It's so good.
What I like is that you can totally cut from when we stop talking about the price jump
Yeah.
and have Bryce's review of this as its own thing.
I had to bring it up. Like I'm.
Yeah.
When it was done, I wanted more so much. Like I was so sad that it was done, and I immediately looked up like, is there going to be a season 2? A lot of people think there is going to be one, and I give it to me.
Cool. Put it in you.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be just to do it. It absolutely leaves you wanting a season 2.
Okay.
All right.
Next story. That's near
Mentioning
and
Tom
dear
Holland
to all of
recently.
us, all of our hearts,
So
for multiple reasons for Rick and I, and
Yeah.
you also. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So Variety just put out that director of 10 Cloverfield Lane / TRS host Dan Trachtenberg.
Yep.
It's-
Geek Drum host Dan Trachtenberg. go back
He's
farther.
hosted a
Go back
lot.
farther.
He's hosted a lot of
To
shit.
prove that we're originals.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
I'm fucking sweating right now.
He's gonna direct the Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
Yeah. What do you think? You saw 10 Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Right? I had you guys watch the Portal short that he directed.
Right.
Go ahead.
You guys have more of a past or history with Dan Trachtenberg than I do.
Yeah.
I kind of only know of him because of you guys. I did really like 10 Cloverfield Lane, even though I don't think it should have been called that. But I really like the movie. So his involvement has me excited. But I'm gonna still sit on the same fence that I've sat on when we watched that the Nathan Fillion short, in that I'm just like.
Yeah,
I just don't know how good it's gonna. I feel like Uncharted's a video game, and I'll have to see the presentation and what he brings to it. But
I'm
I don't
with
know.
you. I'm with you on that for sure. That it is a video game, and that's the way the story should be told. But with the route that they've decided to go with the story and doing a young Nathan Drake, similar to the sequence about halfway through 3, where you play Nathan Drake as a kid first encountering Sully, which is what the concept is right now. I think that can work as a movie, almost like what was the Indiana Jones? Was it the
Young Indiana
Young
Jones?
Adventures of Indiana
Yeah,
Jones? Like,
yeah. I'm all on.
I think that's easier than trying to mimic
copy the video game.
Nathan Drake
Exactly.
as the adult Nathan Drake.
Well, that, and then also,
how you get there is
Yeah.
way more interesting to me, and I'm hoping to you guys as well, than what we get from Nolan North out of the video games. How you got to that point, I think is more interesting.
I'd be way down. Well, I don't want to say way down. I'd be more comfortable with like an Uncharted inspired
Right.
from the video game, sort of like Indiana Jones-esque. Like, okay, cool, I'm down for that. But when you straight up try to copy what the game is like, including like even moments or moves that happen in the game, I don't know that I'm gonna fucking punch myself in the dick for saying this. I don't know that I'm here for that. God, that fucking hurt. That hurt to say, man. That really, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm down where I'm here for me, but I'm here for that. Like that hurt me to say. And then on top of that, I'm gonna fucking die on this mountain. Nolan North is Nathan Drake, and the only person I will take as a fucking exception, and I'm blanking on his name. I know you guys will help
James
me. Is
motherfucking
James
Roday.
and that's it. Period. End of story. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's why they need to go young.
Yeah,
definitely need to go young.
Yeah,
But
for me, as far as for me, like I think this will work because, like you said, it's young.
Yeah.
You know, and we get to see him. I mean, they got a young actor, so they can see him grow up to be the full Nathan Drake, and then possibly go do the stories like the video games. Other than that, like I don't know. I think I'm excited to see the young Nathan Drake.
So
because they could do anything with that.
Here's the thing. Dan Trachtenberg,
and I trust him,
is a very funny guy, but he's like unintentionally funny, which you know from watching his TRS stuff and like seeing him as a person. He's definitely
he's not writing it; he's just directing it.
Yes, but a director is just as important as bringing a mood and tone to something.
Oh, for sure.
And Dan's tone is very like emo-ish and brooding, and like that's his tone. That's Dan Trachtenberg's directorial tone. And I just don't. I know there's spots for that, especially in a story with young Nathan Drake, coming of age stuff. I think that's where Dan will knock it out of the park with this. I don't know if he'll knock it out of the park with like the whimsy. You know what I mean?
I have faith in him.
I'm not. That's if I'm gonna be nitpicky. That's the nits I'm going to pick.
Do we know who's writing?
The last iteration of the script was written by Mark, not Wahlberg, but it's sounds something like that.
No, it's here. Right? It's here. It's Jonathan Rose.
No, okay, Mark somewhere was a producer.
Roseberg and Mark Walker.
Rosenberg and Mark Walker. What have they done?
Don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, fine. I love the Uncharted franchise. We've talked about this several times when it was supposed to be fucking Mark Wahlberg and Joe Pesci, and we were like, no! And then when I said, please don't cast it at this time, because there was a certain point that if they would have hot-shotted an Uncharted movie into production, it would have been definitely would have been Bradley Cooper and Katherine Heigl, because those were the hot people at the moment. Not that I have anything against Bradley Cooper. But he's not Nathan Drake.
No, I don't have anything against him either. But
that
feels like the very Hollywood.
Yes, I still
Nathan
say
Drake choice.
this movie, the people I would want in this movie are James Roday as Drake, if they're gonna go the older route, Elizabeth Banks as Elena, and fucking
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell as Sully. Like, that's it. That's the cast. If you're going to do an older
Bruce Campbell
story,
is totally Sully.
yeah, like, go back to fucking
Go watch Burn Notice.
Jack of all trades. Go back to that. Like,
Watch fucking Evil Dead from Stars. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my god, like seriously, it's so
For
good.
how much I know you like Bruce Campbell, like I think you would love Burn Notice.
I
Because
doubt it.
I still say that another person that could play a really good Sully is Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
easy.
With he was completely not on my
Tom
radar
Selleck,
until
Burt
I
Reynolds.
until I well, we can't do Burt Reynolds.
I know.
But until I caught an episode of Blue Bloods, and I was like, holy shit, why didn't I think of fucking Tom Selleck?
Yeah.
He'd be perfect. But yeah,
Louis Crab, I don't know if it's over there, but James Roday's in a show here called
Psych.
Psych that was on USA Network, which you're from
It's
the
on
UK.
Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
yeah.
Psych is a really fun show. Like that's what he's most known for. He's in another show now that I think is actually quite popular, and it's a drama.
Rick, do you know
I don't know.
the title of the episode? The whole quote unquote treasure hunt episode. Do you know the title of it?
Which treasure hunt episode?
The Psych, the one where you and I were like, oh my
Oh,
god.
I don't remember the title.
He even dresses like Nathan Drake.
He looks like Nathan Drake.
in that,
in
yeah. But anyway,
He's in this show called A Million Little Things. This actually kind of feels like it's a Rick Ash show, in my opinion.
Rick Astor show.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Who else would I know I hate to do this, but I'm going to. Who else would get you guys excited besides Trachtenberg?
To direct something like
direct?
this?
Yeah. 'Cause
Um,
I can tell you a team that would get me kind of excited, even if Trachtenberg is still the one directing.
Who?
But I want to hear. I want
I
to hear
don't.
what you
I
guys
don't.
say first.
I know who you're talking about.
Who am I talking
Edgar
about?
Wright.
What do you think?
I think that's great too.
Yes.
Edgar Wright would be a
Edgar
fantastic
Wright.
director.
If Trachtenberg's the director, have Edgar Wright write the
James
story.
Gunn. James Gunn's a good director.
Have
too.
Edgar Wright write the story. Trachtenberg direct.
Oh, that would be fucking
Okay,
awesome.
I think that could work. Yeah, but that's money, man. That's a lot of money to go over that.
I know, but it's Uncharted and it means something to me.
Still real to me, damn it. I couldn't I couldn't think of
couldn't
anybody.
think.
Well, just because.
But do you feel what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I totally
Do you feel
do.
me?
I
What
totally
the
do.
fuck? How am I talking today?
I don't
Are you
know.
drunk
Like,
yet? I'm drunk.
I'm sure if you didn't see it,
Not drunk at all.
if you didn't see it when I did it, I'm sure you'll see it when you look back to like title these videos. When you said Edgar Wright, I went, not because I don't think Edgar Wright can do it, but just because I don't know if that's the tone I would want for an Uncharted movie. Because I feel like his tone would be trying to riff too hard on the video game, not purposely, but that's the way he does stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. But
That's why I think him writing a story, like you said, and
Right.
someone like Dan Trachtenberg, who definitely is more of a moody type of director, together.
That's how I would do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
that's how I do it. Especially, what was Edgar Wright's last movie?
Was that Baby
The driving
Driver?
movie?
Baby
Driver.
Driver.
I guess I'm just thinking like how that movie was. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he's capable. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It'd be good.
Michael Bay.
No, thank you.
God damn it.
Louis Crab agrees with you. Well, I know you didn't straight out say this, but he says I think Wright is too funny for Uncharted. But I know he's. I think
he could
that
do it.
team would be good. He could absolutely
Honestly,
do
like
it.
judging by, like, I don't know, like
I don't know about Christopher Nolan though. That's no.
no. I think Nolan could do a good Nathan Drake origin story, like this thing, like this younger Drake thing. But again, I still don't want this to happen. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm kind of that way too.
I love the Uncharted franchise 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I really ended up enjoying Lost Legacy, even though I don't care about the two characters that were in that. But by the end, I did, and that's something that specifically was super hard to win me over on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't necessarily think I want an Uncharted movie. Like, you can play that game and see the set pieces and be like, man, this would look cool on the big screen. But then immediately that goes away because I get right back into playing the game and being a part of it. And I don't think Uncharted is a passive story. I think Uncharted is a story that I need to take part in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it confirmed? Because I didn't read the article. It's confirmed that it's going to be like an origin sort of thing?
That's
it's Drake.
as of the last penning of the script.
Okay.
And the last concept was Tom Holland, because Sony wants Tom Holland in this movie, especially after Homecoming did so well.
I mean, I think the other problem they're wrestling with this is I just have a bad feeling that by the time this sees the light of day, no one's gonna care.
Please, dude, they're coming back to Uncharted eventually.
I know.
By the time this sees the light of day, it might coincide
there'll
with
be
another
another
video
one,
game.
and hopefully that's how they do it.
But I don't want it to be the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheesy, we need to be friends on Switch because we aren't, and I'm not even friends with you on PlayStation. So what the fuck?
Yeah,
we need to be
Cheesy
friends.
just got a Switch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But he just asked to have you guys on my
No,
Switch
we'll
friends.
get you. We'll get you.
We'll get you. We need to hit me on PS4
I have
though too.
my Switch with me because I'm going to be talking about something later. So I'll
What's
get
my
you
name
the friend code.
on PlayStation? Holofin Show 13.
Whole
right?
F and Show 13. Yeah.
Add me, Cheesy.
But yeah.
You know what? Don't add me, Cheesy. I don't ever want to play with you.
All right. So that's the news portion.
I gave you my info, so all you got to do is fucking do it.
And
Type in my name, Rick. He asked for it. Holofin Show 13.
So that's the news portion. Bryce got in a review of
Sex
Sex
education.
Education.
Please, guys, please.
So now let's
Listen
move
to
on
me.
to trailers. And speaking of Tom Holland and Spider-Man,
So we are about to watch the trailer for
Louis
Spider-Man.
Louis Crab, I really like that. Like, that's just a funny comment. It's like nothing against 5'9" people. I'm 5'9", but Nathan Drake is at least 6 foot in my eyes. Something about that. That's hilarious.
all right.
All right, so here we go. This is Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Hold on, let me widen this for you.
I mean, I might go on the couch with you and let Rick talk about it because I don't fucking care about Marvel movies, even
Okay,
though I
all
loved I'm still in the process of loving the Spider-Man video game that's out right now.
Right. Have you watched this?
This trailer?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
If it ain't Miles Morales, I don't give a rat's ass at this point.
That was so good.
Does she not age?
Happy.
No.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
Yeah, Marissa Tomei's found the Fountain of Youth.
What just happened?
Oh my god.
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. School trip.
Did you get your passport?
Can you help me to pick up a passport, please?
Mini toothpaste?
Like the Ramones.
Pack your suit.
Gosh, you're so hot.
I just want to go on my trip with my friend. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my food copy.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
I'm not going to the couch.
Swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome. You got gifts, Parker, but we have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not? You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
What the?
Fishbowl!
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What? He looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. What's up, dickwad?
All right.
So, I've seen bits and pieces of Homecoming.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, and the bits and pieces I've seen of Homecoming are fine. This is immediately 100 times more interesting than Homecoming was. Also, can we fucking talk about Marissa Tomei for a minute?
God, seriously, like, I feel like
Holy
she just gets
crap.
younger. It's insane.
I was just watching My Cousin Vinny the other day because it was on TV. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
God, she is so hot in that.
God.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Rick is feeling loose from the
I
beer.
know,
Like,
right?
that was just straight up.
Speaking of last time we masturbated, no.
Rick's like, that's what I was trying to do, but I
know
couldn't
my
find the right
sister is
picture.
and she absolutely was so hot in that. But that woman just gets better with age. Like I don't know. I'm not like super old. Like I'm 36. I'll be 37 in a couple of weeks. Like I'm not a kid that grew up in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. I'm definitely a 90s kid. But Marissa Tomei is one of those female actresses that I've just been completely infatuated with since I was before I even understood that I was infatuated with her. And holy crap, man. I honestly did not fucking recognize her at the beginning. Yeah,
I knew. I saw him like,
holy
fuck.
shit.
I'm like, that is her. Like, it's crazy.
I might see it just for that.
Just for
Yeah.
So I thought I was going to go to the couch and have you guys talk about this, but then I forgot this is like very much in the Marvel. Like, this is very much into the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that trailer looks awesome.
I am glad you said that.
I think I'm definitely way in for that. What the fuck is Jake Gyllenhaal?
He is Mysterio.
Yeah. Mysterio.
Mysterio is a special effects guy.
Okay.
He does special effects in Hollywood, and he became...
That's all I could think of. Wrestling.
Sorry, go
He
ahead. Rick.
became villain in the Spider-Man universe. But for the most part, he doesn't really have powers. Like he's a master of illusion, basically.
Yeah.
So that's who he's playing.
Right.
You do see like he's fighting that big water guy. Like everyone's saying that's probably Hydro Man, which is another bad guy too.
What is this, Mega Man?
And then
Gaming with the 619. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then you also see like that rock formation guy, which people think that's Sandman, and then you got that lava guy that you saw, which people think that's Molten Man.
Okay.
So does Mega Man. Jay's going to Royal Rumble, by the way.
Oh,
He got last minute
that's
tickets.
awesome.
I'm excited for him.
Fuck yeah.
But for the most part,
Go ahead.
this is taking place after Endgame.
Yeah.
That's been said so by Kevin Feige and most people.
You didn't put that in the... Go ahead. I'll get back to you.
What?
No, go ahead. Keep going. I don't want you to lose track.
Okay.
After Endgame.
So yeah, but as far... Yes, that's exactly what I was going to get to. Most of like those what people think is Hydro Man and Sandman, were probably going to be illusions from Mysterio.
Yeah.
Because according
That's
to what
his
Jake
gimmick.
Well, according
That's
to what
his gimmick.
according to what Jake Gyllenhaal said in the press, like he's a superhero in this. Supposedly.
Why are you leaving? You
Why
like
are you
the
leaving?
trailer.
I'm gonna get more beer.
Oh, okay.
I thought we got too fucking nerdy for him for a
You
second.
guys were chatting.
Oh,
so-
perfect example, Lewis. Yeah, like I reckon the elementals are all illusions to make him out like he's a hero, kind of like Syndrome for The Incredibles.
The greatest superhero movie of all
So
time.
yeah,
The
like
Incredibles.
he's making these
Yeah.
bad guys up so he can look like he's this bad.
Right.
The big
I'm
bad.
solving this. Who
Yeah.
needs fucking Spider-Man
Exactly.
when you've got Mysterio?
Exactly.
Booyaka.
So yeah.
I kind of, I don't know what happened. Like, I was just like, because I haven't watched any Spider-Man stuff. I'm not at you guys. Like, I'm not totally
You really need to see
knowledgeable
Spider-Verse.
on comic.
Rick.
On
He's fucking-
yeah,
I'm
I
drunk.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it on comic stuff. So like, I kind of zoned out for a second. So when I saw fucking why am I blanking on his name? Sam Jackson's character,
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. When I saw him, I was like,
Yeah, you
It
got
all
just
hit.
as
I was
excited
like,
as Spider-Man.
and I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So dude, I am excited.
You're in?
I think I'm in. This might be.
Right.
I feel like I have to. And then
You still haven't watched Homecoming.
no, I haven't. But I'm trying to think why I didn't watch Homecoming. Because I mean
I
that
don't know why.
Because it looked like ass.
this trailer looks good to me. Like,
Yeah.
I like.
You know
the-
what?
I
I know
like
why.
the
Because
comedy.
we've gotten so many. Well, I'll say so many, but we've gotten two reboots, or I mean a reboot,
Yeah.
and one the reboot that died quickly, and then we got jumped into Tom Holland. So I can kind of see why. But again, he never saw the originals.
But that doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. Like you have said it yourself, Spider-Man never called to you.
Right. Well, what? Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I feel like Spider-Man could call to me
So-
more than Captain America
Well, but
ever
here's,
would.
okay,
but
but here's what I'm gonna say. Similar to Iron Man with me, where I don't fucking care about Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tony Stark.
I
I
care
know
about
where you're
Tony
going at.
Stark.
Okay.
Peter Parker is the shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, who cares? It's the Peter Parker story. It's the Peter Parker story that is what drew me to Spider-Man as a kid watching the television series. Like, it's Peter Parker.
Yeah. All right, real quick, just to keep with the Saved by the Bell theme. Time out. So we got a new beer. This is also from Stone. It's called Moj IPA. I've had this one too. East meets West in a haze of juicy hops. So I think this is supposed to kind of be a hazy beer, which is an East Coast thing. And there's going to be a
smells
citrusy.
Delicious.
Oh my god! Smell that before you drink it. It does smell good.
It smells funky.
That's what she said.
He is drunk because like there's no way.
Oh my god, that's delicious.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Holy crap.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Smell that again now that you've tasted it. Like funky? Don't you smell like juiciness?
Yeah, that's good shit. Okay.
I don't know if I can smell right now.
All right, maybe not.
Time in.
Yeah, time in. Whenever, here's the thing. I'm gonna get gross for a second. Whenever people say something smells good and I don't smell it, and like no, but it smells good, then I realize I must have some smelly ass boogers in my nose, and that's what I'm smelling. So Rick, you probably got some smelly boogers in your nose.
This
Probably.
honestly, like I said, this has me way more interested in Spider-Man than the last movie did. I really, really, really liked the Andrew Garfield movies. I know the second one. I like the second one for what it is, even though you can tell, like I've said 100 times before on this show, it fell a victim to the cutting room floor because they were making that deal with Disney. And you can see that in the movie. You can fucking see what was supposed to be first, what was supposed to be in the middle, and what was supposed to be last. And they completely jumbled it all around so they could wrap that story up so they could get onto this.
Yeah. They tried too hard to make their own thing.
And I think me really liking Andrew Garfield really pushed back hard on Tom Holland and Homecoming. And the way they made the first trailer be like, you're going to be my little buddy. You're going to be Tony Stark's little buddy. We're going to fight some crime. And it's like, yuck, yuck, yuck. And I'm like, no, fuck off, guys. I don't want that. I really don't want that. But this is what I've always loved about Spider-Man. It's an ordinary kid in an extraordinary situation. It's Peter Parker having to be Spider-Man when he doesn't fucking want to.
For some reason, I feel like the way you said ordinary, it's like you went ordinary. What's another word where people like enunciate the H? Like William Regal, I feel like does it.
Oh well, he said he said Triple H.
That's what I'm thinking of. You Triple H the ordinary.
Okay,
ordinary. The other thing that kind of fucks me up for a little bit, like, I don't know if it's the beer. I don't think it is,
no,
but
it's not.
Whip.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
whip.
Don't whip.
Now you're just being weird.
Yeah, I am just being weird. But Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal, for some reason, I interchanged them.
Yep.
So when I saw Jake Gyllenhaal, I was like, what? This is gonna show my stupidity. I was like, they're having fucking someone that used to play Spider-Man be a secondary character.
Yeah.
You want to know why you think that?
Okay.
Because in Spider-Man 2, Tobey broke his back on previous movies. I think it was Seabiscuit. Which I was in, by the way.
Were you?
Background actor.
Actor.
What are you, some kind of... That was almost as, like, nonchalant as what are you, some kind of fake Marvel fan.
Douchey.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
Actor. The more you say you're drunk, the less I believe it, by the way, when people say that.
Yes.
And he broke his back and Jake Gyllenhaal was going to replace him.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal was supposed to replace Tobey Maguire in 2. Also, the first time I saw Bubble Boy, I thought it was Tobey Maguire.
Right, because
they're also best friends too. By the way.
And they look like they could be related in some way, right?
Yeah. Although,
oh my god,
like later era Jake Gyllenhaal, like turned into a good-looking man. Like that dude is just a good-looking dude. And
he wasn't a bad-looking kid though either.
No, he wasn't.
Fucking City Slickers, if anyone doesn't know. He is the son. He's in the movie for like 2 minutes. But when I learned that blew my fucking mind. I'm like, that's Jake Gyllenhaal? What the fuck?
So in like, all right, and I don't know if you'll understand this, but I know Rick might and some other people might. There became a point in time where there were two people that weren't bad-looking people. All of a sudden, like, well, I was like, damn, they're good-looking men. And like Jake Gyllenhaal was like, all of a sudden, I was like, wow, that's a good-looking dude, man. And Davey Havoc from AFI like changed his style, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, that's a good looking dude. And if you get Davey Havoc and Jake Gyllenhaal together now, they look like they could be twins. Okay. It's ridiculous.
I'll have to check that out.
I'll have to, I haven't seen a recent picture of Davey.
But yeah, this looks dope.
This looks awesome. I'm more excited for this one than after I watched the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I braced myself for
You're
a
like, he's
second.
gonna say Endgame.
Yeah, I was
gonna
like,
choke
I
him
was
to
gonna
death.
seriously. I was gonna fucking take this bottle and break it over. I swear to God, I would have been like, you're full of shit, and I don't know who's taking over your body. What? You tapped me.
No. I was just trying to calm you down.
Okay. I was seriously.
No, because like I've talked. I mean, anyone knows me knows. Like, I liked the Homecoming. I thought it was all right, but I didn't love it like everyone else did.
And that's like an extra bummer because I know Rick loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he loves Peter Parker. And he loves Peter Parker.
Right. But he was in the minority with that, from what I've gathered.
Oh
No.
yeah. Well, I think
you were in the minority.
Oh,
because a lot of
minority.
people like.
Yeah, everyone loved
That's
it.
the
Yeah.
most recent one, right?
Yeah.
bullshit. I think in 5 years, people are gonna go, Homecoming was all right. I think
Yeah.
people told themselves and everybody else that they loved Homecoming because this was the Marvel Studios doing Spider-Man in conjunction with Sony, because Sony still has the licensing rights.
Yeah.
But Marvel can't. Marvel Studios is the Blizzard of movies, where great games will come out and then Blizzard will come out and completely rip a game off, and everybody will be like, well, this is the end all be all because Blizzard did it.
Yeah,
And
I see that.
That's I guarantee you, people are gonna look back at Homecoming and think exactly what Rick thought. Like, that was all right. It was all right.
It's possible.
I just hope the stakes. Sorry, though.
No, I was gonna say well, don't lose your thought.
Oh, I just kind of hope like it makes up for the last movie, because like I said for the last movie, like the stakes, I don't know, felt like the stakes were ever there. You know, and nothing ever got crushed. Like,
They weren't cooked to his liking.
I guess so. Yeah, you can say that.
The stakes.
Oh, right.
But the thing that was, they still tried to make it like
They tried.
Medium rare.
Yeah,
they
but
tried.
they tried to make it like it was the thing I hate. Where you know what,
This trailer-
Parker, if you don't do this, it's the end of the world. But
Right.
because you're trying to, like, again, he's and it's a tagline. It's the way they bill him. He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He literally is like a Batman for New York. Like, that's it. Like, he takes care of his people because that's where he's from.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
it's,
Batman from New York?
No, he's from Gotham. It's a
From
different
Gotham.
city.
DC's are
DC
is
uses
not in the
real cities,
world.
Marvel uses real cities. DC uses analogous.
But Gotham
cities.
is totally in New York.
It's more of like it's like an
It's like a
amalgamation
hybrid.
of like Chicago, New York, Boston.
All right. As a
LA.
non-fan, though,
Yeah.
someone who
Chicago,
doesn't know
New
the
York.
lore, I would 100% think that Gotham
Right.
is in New York. But anyways.
So like, and that's the thing is like when you take Spider-Man and try to tell him like you don't do this, the world's gonna die because of you. Like, that's never been a compelling Spider-Man story. The compelling Spider-Man stories are the ones that hit him close to home, and that's why I
the
enjoy the
humanistic
character.
part
Yeah.
of Peter Parker and him trying to balance between, and that's what Spider-Man 2 did very well. The whole Spider-Man,
Yeah.
1 and 2, Spider-Man did really good.
Yeah. Two, I'm less hype on than everybody.
It took me a while
but
before I got into the
yes,
hype
that
of
one's
2.
fine. One, I
But-
still think is great.
To your point, and like I said, you guys correct me. I feel like I'm going to make a lot of
Black
mistakes.
Panther.
I feel like I'm going to make a lot of mistakes here, but I feel like people. I see what you're saying, and I could see what you said happening, where people just look at it like, oh, because Marvel did it.
Yeah.
But I could also see the other opposite happening, and people looking back at it still fondly, because that was the start, and then after that movie, his next appearance was in Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he appeared there, and people liked him there. So I can see it going both ways.
It was Avengers
Yeah, I'm
first,
good.
and then Homecoming.
No.
Civil War.
Civil War. Sorry.
Oh, Civil War
and
was
then
first.
it was Civil War, and then that's why they got
Then the movie.
Homecoming.
Then Homecoming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Civil
Civil
War.
War, Homecoming. Now.
So I could see people looking at it
Infinity
fondly
War
at the
and-
same time. You know what I mean?
But
And-
it was the same thing because he was.
Well,
in
the point
Civil
was
I know,
War first
you're
as a
right.
cameo.
Everyone-
Rose-colored Marvel glasses.
Yes.
Like, I fully understand it. But what I will say...
and everyone was waiting for a refresh. of
Right,
Spider-Man.
waiting for a refresh. And I'm going to say something right now. Might be the beer talking. I feel like it's going to give Rick a slight erection, or at least make him excited. But I will say, I'm really anticipating this movie. Like, I think this is up there as one of the movies I'm most excited for this year.
Yeah,
now,
me too. Now
outside of Avengers, and I will say after hearing all the hype, it makes me. I know that's different for you. I will say after hearing all the hype, it makes me, and I probably will watch Into the fucking Spider-Verse.
You need to.
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse that you have to watch.
I think I know. I'm just saying. I feel like I could feel the door opening in the Spider-Man world right now.
It really should, dude. It really should. Also,
Rick, put that away.
I want to say something that's gonna sound slightly.
Can I just say
creepy.
the title for this Spider-Man movie for you?
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man Aunt May.
Yes, it is. So again, so this is gonna sound slightly creepy.
Is that Marissa Tomei?
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Aunt May is Marissa
Aunt May.
Tomei. They did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Aunt Tomei.
I thought you said Ant-Man for a second.
Zendaya.
Rick is crack.
Zendaya is MJ. I know a lot of people were kind of like, because
We don't know
originally,
her full name. She's just Emma.
right, exactly, and people pushed back on that similarly to the way they pushed back on the shitty reveal at the end of Dark Knight Rises with just
JGL.
Levitt
Yeah.
being his name. Oh, I hate my name. It's Robin. Like, no, you should have said it was fucking Richard. Like, if they would have said, "Yeah, I hate my name,"
No,
it's
it was,
Richard.
I think it was his like maiden name or something.
Robin.
like that,
No.
or
No, they said, "I hate my name," and it's
his
Robin.
surname or something. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But so I know people pushed back hard on her initially. Again, I said I'm cracking myself up over
Push
here.
back hard.
Right.
Yeah,
We're done.
Zendaya is awesome, and she started on Disney, and she was on a show called Shake It Up that I think was fucking terrible, but she was really good on it. And as you guys know, that last for 2017. If I didn't see The Greatest Showman when it came out in 2017, I saw it in 2018, and it completely didn't get on my list in 2017. That would have been my movie of the year, partly because of her performance and how fucking good she is. Like, she's gorgeous. She's a great actress. And when the time calls for it, she does the singing and dancing. Like, she's one of those old school style Hollywood triple threats. She can stage act, she can sing and dance, and she looks great. So, she's and again, the bits and pieces I've seen of Homecoming, I really like her in it. So I'm excited for this movie. I'm gonna see this movie for sure.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Jake Gyllenhaal. Mysterio.
Any particular reason why, or just because you don't feel he gets enough
Well,
press?
because I like Mysterio as a villain.
Okay.
That's why. So like I'm excited to see him.
Yeah.
Because is there new villains that we haven't seen yet?
I'm glad about that.
Same thing when we got like the Vulture in the first one.
Jake Gyllenhaal is a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically,
He's
gonna be a
passing
villain.
him off as a hero. He's
Okay. We're trying to pass off as a hero,
That's
yeah.
what Mysterio does. He passes himself off as a hero by putting himself in non-threatening situations that look threatening to everybody else.
All right. As somebody who doesn't know a lot about this stuff, I want to hear your opinion unless you already said it. I felt like when Jake Gyllenhaal came on the screen, first of all, I don't buy him as a villain, and I thought he came off kind of corny.
He's supposed to come off corny.
Okay.
And again, you don't buy him as a villain because he's portraying himself as a hero.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now,
Going to Spider-Man school.
yeah. Can I recommend a movie to anyone who likes Jake Gyllenhaal at all?
No. You
Well, too
cannot.
bad. I'm going to do it
Okay,
anyways because it's
go
our
for it.
podcast.
Ooh, he busted a Bryce.
Because of what? Podcast?
Because this is because it's our
Okay,
podcast.
yeah, good. All right,
Go
yeah,
for
I
it.
guess I
Tell
So
me
did
if
that.
you don't believe that Jake
Are you gonna
Gyllenhaal
say
as a
source code?
villain, no,
Oh.
not at all.
He's not a villain in that, but okay.
No, he's not.
This is
Watch.
This cheesy?
Not listening to me.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nightcrawler. Watch that movie.
Oh yeah! Oh, I fucking forgot about that.
Watch Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
Thanks for
dude.
coming by, Louis.
Oh, thanks, Louis, for coming
Yes.
by.
Yeah,
we
thanks,
appreciate
dude.
it.
Make sure you catch us on YouTube all week or on Tuesday on our podcast.
We'll
feeds.
have this all up on YouTube.
Yep.
Why do you want me to watch?
Because
he's a
he will
Fucking nuts in that
he will
movie.
sell you hard on being a villain or being able to portray a villain.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Yes.
What is Nightcrawler?
It's
He's basically like
he's a paparazzi journalist.
There you go.
He chases down crimes to videotape it to sell it to the highest bidder.
I might have seen it.
Okay.
I'll
Watch it
either way,
again.
I'll
He's
look
so
I'll
good,
check it
man.
out.
He's so good in that. That's his The Watcher. I always talk about people who don't like Keanu Reeves need to watch the fucking Watcher,
Watcher.
because he plays a serial killer, a psychopath in that movie, and you'll be 100% sold on Keanu Reeves. Nightcrawler is his The Watcher.
Yeah, you gotta
Holy
watch that.
shit.
Is that cheesy?
Yes, that is.
Okay.
I was gonna give him like cheesy. Somebody else friended me, and not
Oh.
even you. But okay, I'm happy.
But yeah, Nightcrawler's great.
Oh, he real name.
And might I add, one of my coworkers was actually an extra in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
They ended up cutting the scene, but his dead body is there.
You know, because Rick is an actor.
He's an
and
actor.
He's friends with actors.
You gotta let that A breathe. He's an actor.
He's friends with actors.
So I was talking to Ben a while back,
In
and
an elevator.
Ben is also an actor. I was talking about your brother.
No, he's talking about Affleck. When he
Talking
went to
about
the
Affleck.
Largo
Gotcha.
screening.
Sorry. The Ben that I know by first name is his brother. I guess I don't know Affleck.
all right,
All right, so the next trailer we're going to watch.
is a movie that. Did you watch the first two?
Should I become
John Wick.
Should I become
No, I haven't
close
seen that.
friends with Cheesy?
Yes, you should.
Yes.
Cheesy, you and I are fucking close friends.
Yeah. I like that option on Switch where it's like best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we best friends?
I'm best friends with you. I don't know if you are with me.
I haven't made anybody a best friend yet.
Fucker.
All right, so
John Wick Chapter 3, is that what it's going to be called?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then there's another. What's the word? There's another word at the end of it. It's not
Okay.
just called John Wick Chapter 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
See
I don't know how to
second.
say it because I can't say stuff.
All right. Well,
Parabellum.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
that's a no.
So you still haven't seen any John Wick?
Parabola is a Tool song. Sorry.
Yeah. You haven't seen any John Wick?
Uh-uh.
Man, it's so.
I
it's
know
in
the
your
concept
wheelhouse.
and I get it.
It's
and
in your
I just need
wheelhouse.
to, and I feel like I'm yelling because I have headphones on. I'm one of those people that actually really does like Keanu Reeves as an actor, not just
Fuck is wrong with
yeah,
you, boy?
because I just never got out to a theater when it was there, and if I'm scrolling through the cable network, it's never on.
Yeah.
I could go out of my way and watch it, but I just haven't.
You'd like it.
I just haven't.
All right.
You would definitely like it.
Here we go.
A lot of people say this is the Max Payne movie that should have been made. Is this movie? But instead we got Mark Wahlberg. But we got hot ass Mila Kunis.
There's no escape for you. The high table wants your life. Tell me what you want.
Passage.
I can't help you.
Do you expect him to make it out? A $14 million bounty on his head. And everyone in the city wants a piece of it. I say the odds are about even. Dark. 5 seconds.
John Wick, excommunicado in effect in 3,
2.
1.
And away we go. Sophia, we're not going in like the old days. Just a conversation.
Nothing's ever just a conversation with you, John.
This purple is calling out to you. Purple.
Yep.
Purple and black. So I mean, honestly, like this trailer could have been Keanu Reeves just staring at the camera and being like, "Whoa," and I would have been like, "I'm in."
Yeah.
You know, so it wouldn't have mattered to me.
It didn't even have to be a trailer. It could have been him like selfie videoing like, "We're making John Wick 3." And you would have been like,
Seriously, because he's the same fucking actor.
Hold on.
Could have been any of that, and it would have
Yeah.
been fine. And apparently, my girlfriend would leave me for him, so I guess I.
I mean, but that's been known for like a decade at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks. I'm excited.
Is that on her free pass list?
There's no free pass list.
Why not?
I don't know. It's never been discussed. But
Okay.
fuck the free pass thing.
No,
At the end of the day, talk about it. But I mean, It's me.
Don't worry, Annie. He's on your free pass.
She's watching.
Don't listen.
so
Don't listen to Bryce.
She's watching.
Totally free pass.
But anyways, I think that looks really good.
Yeah,
of course.
it looks cool
I'm
as
excited. I'm super excited.
I've said this with every John Wick trailer. Like, that looks cool as shit.
Dude,
but like,
you
I just
have
haven't
to.
watched
You
it
have to. Sex Education, John Wick, man. That'd be, dude. What an amazing weekend. Like, seriously, I would be so jealous of you.
Are those on Netflix? Can I watch them easily?
Ooh.
I don't know, but I think I bought it on Hulu. So if you want, I mean not Hulu,
Amazon?
Voodoo.
Voodoo? Okay.
I can give you my login.
She just told me she loves me the most, so
Oh,
there we go.
No, she doesn't. She's just.
I feel like it's on. Let me see. You guys talk. Rick, tell us your thoughts.
So yeah, this looks fucking awesome.
Yep.
It looks like it's just gonna. It has to pick up right where it left off.
Oh, of course.
Because yeah, they give him like a 10-minute head start or something like that, and or I think it was like an hour or something head start. I don't remember exactly, but I'll have to watch it again.
Like, it just,
but he needs to like hide from everyone because everyone he has a bounty on his head that can't be undone.
Seems like a rated R burn notice. That's all this seems like.
Yeah, but notice is a little different,
but the concept,
but it's the same concept
of this guy's out.
Yeah.
To talk about a movie I've seen recently for the 100th time, Gross Point Blank, with he doesn't want to join the Union, so Dan Aykroyd comes to try and kill him.
Like, there you go. That's kind of similar to this, except that he's been excommunicado.
Yeah.
And he has to basically kill to survive.
Have you guys? I don't think you have. Have either of you played the Darkness video games?
No.
You really?
Darkness?
Yeah, you really should.
They're just called The Darkness?
Yeah, one is The Darkness and one is The Darkness 2. But yeah, it's a similar thing, but it's supernatural. They're great games. It's also based on comic books.
There's two?
Yeah, there's two.
Oh.
They're both on
the comic book Darkness.
Yeah,
I read
based,
the first.
They're based on
issues.
PS3, but they're on PS3. But
Blue Jay Gaming is played.
yeah, Darkness.
That
is
was
great.
Top Cow, I believe. Darkness.
I'm not sure.
Or
I
Image.
know
I
it
don't
was
remember.
based on a comic.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like the son of a mob boss, and
because I read Witchblade. This is Top Cow.
he's got like it's supernatural. He's got this thing called the Darkness that overtakes his body, and it's like serpent-like shit. And
What is this, PS3?
PS3, yeah, they're both PS3.
Yeah, I remember
They're
because
they're really good video games, and every time I've seen a John Wick, like even the look of the character, like the hair and everything, it just reminds me of The Darkness every time, and it makes me want to go back and play those games again.
do I have John Wick hair yet? Is it long enough?
Yes, but
getting there.
you're not quite as sexy.
You'd
as
have to-
Keanu
you'd have to-
Reeves.
I'm never gonna be as sexy as Keanu.
I feel like you'd have to like straighten your hair too and make it look wet.
That's what she said.
Anyways, I'm super excited for this.
Yeah.
Like no other business.
Yeah.
It's so I love.
Rick, relax. You still got one more beer to go.
I do. Shit.
We're sharing big bottles.
I know.
We're good.
But yeah,
Nick is done. You wanted fucking Rolling Rock.
Or Coors Light.
Oh god.
oh god. Okay, so yeah, this movie is incredible. You really need to watch
I know. I
them.
need to watch them. I know.
I think I have them both on Vudu. I'll give you my login for that if you want to
Okay.
watch them.
This might explain it.
But for the most part, like the action in this is always great. I love that he always has his dog with him.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know, is that Halle Berry?
Oh, I didn't notice. I wasn't.
Yeah, that's Halle Berry.
That was
Yeah,
Halle
wasn't
Berry,
paying
right? Like I either forgot or didn't know she was in it.
Refresh my memory about the dog. When does he get another dog?
He got the dog in the second one. Remember?
Vaguely. How does
Yeah.
he? How does he
I
end
haven't
up
seen
with
him,
that?
so I
How
don't
does he
know.
end up with that dog? Do they tell us?
Don't
We need to
remember.
rewatch
We have to watch.
We need to
it.
rewatch.
We have to watch. it.
Rewatch.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll tell you. I looked it up a little bit. Well, first of all, the Darkness. I feel like I didn't. No, that did come out. I was gonna say maybe that came out before I got a PS.
Well, the
No,
comic
it
book
didn't.
came out in the
I remember
90s.
you playing those.
I never got around
remember.
to finishing the full series, but like I did enjoy what I did read from the comic.
Yeah. There was, in fact, there was a year where I was gonna be Jackie for Halloween,
Oh wow.
which was basically gonna recycle my Neo costume.
Those games.
Except I had grown my hair out.
You were
Yeah.
Neo?
Yeah. It was like in 2004, 3 or 4.
I
don't think
really
I
wish
knew
one
that.
year for all
When
of
did
you
I-
were fucking Steven Seagal or something. Because remember when I first met you and you had that jacket?
Yeah.
I thought Mike was fucking a spitting image for Steven Seagal. It was the best.
A better looking Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Less creepy. I understand consent. Fuck you, Steven Seagal. Anyway.
That's true. Fuck, I forgot about that. I can't. The Darkness isn't ringing any bells for me. But yeah.
I told you about it.
I
I was like,
remember.
I
I
believe you.
told you to get him to play him. But so it was at this point in PS3 where like there was a lot of the quote B tier games that were coming out.
Yeah.
And you just weren't fucking with those. Like there was the Clive Barker Jericho game that was fucking amazing that nobody played. There was that Born game.
I played that.
Yeah, you did.
I did play that
because I told you to. And that game was amazing. That's based on the books and not based on the. Oh, dude, it was so good. It got the combat down so good.
The combat was good, but
Darkness 1 and 2. No, he's not.
It was bad. I'm just saying, like I enjoyed it.
But yeah, like and yeah, we'll talk about video game stuff later.
Right. But
Yes.
John Wick.
John Wick. From what I gathered, I don't see it on certain things, but you know the website.
Yeah,
I told you about.
I know. But you know I don't like doing that.
I hear you, but I mean, if you're dying, otherwise it is on Prime now. You can rent it.
Okay. We're both on PS.
Or you're on an Android
now.
phone, man. And I told you about this already, because this is what I've done. Hold on a second. Let me find it.
Well, while you talk,
Download this Google Rewards app. Okay, you take fucking surveys.
Gotcha.
That take 30 seconds. I have that much credit.
Okay.
I've rented movies.
I do need to do that.
You need to do it,
fucking do
and
that.
then you can do it on Google Play. Do it legit. Don't be an asshole, people.
Even though I just told Mike to be an asshole.
I did not.
Don't be an asshole.
I said a website. I didn't say anything was not on the up and up about
Netflix.com.
it. Yeah, I said
a
a website.
Okay. But yeah, that looks cool. I'm into it.
All right, so now we're drinking again Stone Tangerine Express IPA. It's got fucking tangerines in it.
God, this smells so good.
All right, guys.
Cheers, Rick.
Cheers. I hope it was worth the while.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
God, that's good.
It's good. It'd be even better if it was more cold.
It's
so
like
good.
the perfect temperature to chug.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
I love cold beer.
Yeah.
But sometimes when a beer is really good and you want to chug it, that's like the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
So, let's jump into video games. Why don't you give us one for time's sake?
Man, do I have to?
Okay.
Come on, what? Rick's like, do I have to?
Rick's like, no, fuck
Right.
that.
Let's just jump into
Okay,
it.
all right, forget it then.
I feel like I should do it.
Listen to our first 100 or so episodes, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Video Fuego.
You're gonna hurt people's ears.
That actually was really controlled, man.
I controlled myself.
Do you understand that he is spawn of a singer that knows how to control their vocals? He can do it. All right?
Yeah, there you
Jesus Christ.
go. What happened? Jesus Christ, what?
I said
No, I said no.
I was teasing.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
anyway, so let's get into video games. We've got a trailer to watch. We've got a review by me of something. And we have a reveal to talk about. I was thinking about watching the trailer with you guys, but it's super gory.
Let's do it.
No, it's not.
'cause-
Because they left the audio on in the room. So it's a really cool trailer, but it's a lot of and you hear that it's kind of an obnoxious
muffled.
trailer to watch.
What if we watch it muted? I haven't seen it. I kind of want to see it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, we'll see what happens when we get this. Anyway, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a trailer for something that was sent to me by a friend of the show, Robert. You guys know Robert. He tagged me in a post on Facebook the other day, and I was like, well, now this is gonna be on the show this weekend because how I feel about this property.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a trailer for a Power Rangers fighting game that's coming to Steam, PS4, Xbox. Let's go. And switch, that's right.
It's morphin' time.
Wow. I'd heard about this, but I hadn't watched the thing. Yeah.
That's it. So it is a game that's made by people who did a lot of mobile games. They also did a Power Rangers mobile game. Also, I thought the Jason David Frank cameo at the end was really fucking cool. The only thing that you're missing is that if you pre-order it, you get a special skin for the Green Ranger that's got the dragon scale, the gold dragon scales on the helmet and dragon scales on the arms, but that's not a big deal. So, I love Power Rangers. My son loves Power Rangers. I showed him this, and he goes, "Dad, it's on Switch!" And I was like, "Oh God." But yeah, so
I love it.
I'm really excited about this game. I hope it's good. What I really dig about it is that they look like action figures.
Yeah, they do kind of.
Yeah, so I really like Rick's like, oh yeah, like so I really dug that
I
about
have the
it.
Green Ranger action figure with
Yeah.
the switchable on-off helmet.
Yeah. I still have all the Megazords from the original series. I have the Megazord, the Dragonzord, and Titanus. And the Dragonzord came with the Green Ranger with the gold chest plate and stuff. I still have that. My son still plays with that. It's at my grandparents' house. When we go over there, he still makes it a point to play with those. Those are 25 years old at this point. I don't know how far they're gonna go into the lineage of Power Rangers. That's more of a newer logo, but they made it a point to only show us older characters because this is definitely geared towards our age individuals. But yeah, I hope that it's like I hope it goes through the expanded universe of Power Rangers all the way up until like the recent Megaforce stuff, and then Ninja Steel and Mega Ninja Steel and all that stuff. My son watches all these shows on. This is the thing that he watched on Netflix. This is what my 1099 was going for the last couple of years, was him watching every season of Power Rangers over and over and over again.
Netflix is great for kids.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
So I'm super excited about this game. I hope it's good. It looks like it flows well, and I really dig the action figure look of the characters.
Who's behind it? Like who's making it? Do we
Oh
know?
god, yeah, it's like
Anyone that has like a prior? Okay.
No. Like I said, they've done some mobile games.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm excited about this. I love Power Rangers. I know Rick likes Power Rangers. This is something that was not necessarily in your wheelhouse.
I never watched it.
But it looks fun as shit. Like, it looked cool. And like I said, anytime you put the Green Ranger in something, like, whether it's a stamp of approval or not, I feel like it's a stamp of approval, because
Right.
he's involved. Because he does a lot of Comic-Cons, but when it comes to
Yeah,
Power Rangers related stuff, he doesn't necessarily just sign on to anything that's Power Rangers related. So I have some hope for this game.
Yeah. It looks interesting.
You had the Green Ranger Dragon Flute. Oh my god, I'm jealous.
I did
Dagger
too.
flute.
I was also the Green Ranger for Halloween.
Dagger Flute, yeah.
When I was about 11. And then I was Green Ranger for Halloween a few years ago, as you guys know. Yeah, man. I fucking love Power
That game
Rangers.
looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
I'm in. I'm buying it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
On Switch? We'll play on Switch?
Probably on Switch.
Okay. Because I'm going to have to buy it on Switch because my son already grabbed me by the
Oh, if
shirt
that's the
and was
case,
like,
then-
Yeah.
Dad, it's on Switch!
Right.
I'll buy it
and
on
you can
Switch
take
then.
it with you anywhere.
Yeah. Speaking of Switch and speaking of my son, I've created a monster and I don't know what to do
heard.
about it.
That's awesome. Though.
He has started playing Paladins with me. He plays about 4 or 5 matches a night and has for this whole week,
Wow.
which puts him so if we bought him the battle pass, he'd be at level 10 already.
Have you played with him yet?
Yes.
You have.
Oh yeah.
Like on your respective switches?
Yeah, together.
That's fucking
So
dope.
we were sitting on the bed together playing, and he goes, Dad, be your healer. And I go, no, I don't want to be the healer right now. He goes, Dad, I'm going to be the tank. Be the healer. And I was like, oh, all right, fine. I'll be the healer. So then I just follow him around and give him the heals and shoot on my side. And he plays the tank character that I normally play as. His name's Ruckus. And he plays as that character. And he really likes that character. But the thing I really love about watching, I've talked about this last week, watching my son, like kind of watching things through his eyes and like the Switch being his first video game console that's his, and watching him play Mario Odyssey and Sushi Striker and all these games.
Can I just say,
him.
It does my heart well to think that your son's first console is a Nintendo console.
Yeah,
Because that was me. That was the
guess
NES.
what else he plays? He plays Mario Brothers 3 on the Switch Online
Oh
thing.
my god, that's so
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I bought the Switch Online already.
Oh, did you?
Good.
Okay,
$20.
cool.
So
Finally.
then I downloaded that thing where you can play the classic games.
That's where he's playing.
Yeah.
And then I told him Blaster Master came out this week, and I was like, this is one of Dad's all-time favorite games. And he started playing. He goes, Dad, this game's good. And he hasn't even got to the top-down parts yet. He's just in the little tank right now.
That's rad.
Yeah, so it's fun watching, like, kind of seeing all this stuff through fresh eyes again. And he's 8 years old, and like they've had a PS3 in their room since he was a baby to watch Netflix, but they never played games on it. Him and my daughter never played games on it. That wasn't like the priority. But my daughter, as you know, the first games that she played were N64 games because we put her old N64 in her room.
Oh
She
yeah,
played
yeah.
Mario Golf and Yoshi's Story and like good ass games. But yeah, my son's been playing Mario Odyssey and like the best thing about Mario Odyssey, like Sushi Striker and Donut County, and watching him play is he was having trouble at the beginning of the school year with reading and picking up sounds and stuff. But because Mario Odyssey has a lot of text, and because Sushi Striker has a lot of text, and Donut County has a lot of text, he's forcing himself to read the text and sound it out. And he doesn't generally ask for help unless he really needs it.
Good for
so
him.
it's actually really helping his reading level, which is fucking awesome. He is on the desert level in Odyssey right now. That's frozen. That's frozen over at this point. And he's already found like 25 moons there on his own. Like he got through the waterfall area with the dinosaur by himself. He got through the hat level by himself, and now he's on this level, and he's doing it all by himself. And he doesn't ask me for help.
That's
I
awesome.
offer to help him, and he goes, "No, I can figure it out." And
That's
only
awesome.
one he's asked for help on in that area is the one that's way up high on the pillar, that you really have to do some fucking bullet bill, fucking trickery to get to.
Yeah.
And he'll get there. And
does he ever try to jack your dock and play on the TV?
No.
No?
No. So I don't have the dock in their room. He's strictly playing handheld right now. And if he needs to charge it, I haven't put it on my dock.
Okay.
And that's it. That's just the way we're going right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he has been playing Paladins, and every day, Dad, can we play Paladins when we get home? I go, no, you gotta do your homework, dude. Finish your homework. We have to read. We're almost done with that book I talked about last week, by the way. It's actually a really good book. I really recommend. It's 130 pages. If you wanted to, you can fucking smoke through that in one evening. Just it's a really well written book. I like it a lot. It's called Trapped in a Video Game by Dustin Brady. But anyway, so yeah, he's like, let's play Paladins, and I was like, okay, but I'm not gonna be the healer tonight. Okay, leave me alone. And he goes, fine. And then so yeah, we've been playing and switching off characters. He plays a lot of different characters. He got really excited because Wednesday they started over the new cycle of roll-in characters.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Dad, they have new characters. And so he's been playing with all of those and been asking me like, how much do characters cost? And I go, well, they're in-game currency. You don't have to buy that. So you just have to play the game a lot, and you can buy these characters with the money you earn. And he goes, okay. Do I have enough money yet? And I go, no, not quite. Keep working. And then I have that obsidian mount that I bought, the $15 one that came with the mount, and then all the crystals and stuff like that. And he goes, Dad, your mount's awesome. Can I buy that? And I was like, no, that's actual money. And he goes, you paid money for that? I go, yes, it's the only thing I paid money for in this game. Don't judge me.
You paid money for that?
Yeah.
Dad? Yeah, asshole.
But I've been having such a blast playing Paladins with him. Like,
that's awesome, dude.
Because we team up and work together. So I know if he wants to be a flank character, then I'll be a tank character and kind of shield him. If he wants to be the tank, I'll get my healer and I'll be right behind him healing him. And I showed you guys like his first 2 matches. He got on the best character line, and then in his second match, he got enough XP to level up his battle pass twice if we were to buy the battle pass, and also had the most eliminations in the match, had the highest kill streak in the match, and had the most solo kills in the match, and was on the best of line again. And I was like, holy
good for
shit,
him, man.
Like, I've literally created a monster with this shit. Because every day now, it's like, Dad, let's play Paladins.
Yeah.
Let's play Paladins.
Because that's interesting, just because, like, for me, like, the first game that I really played on my own without my brother was Legend of Zelda Link to the Past.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy. Like, I know Gooby could probably get into something like that, too. But the fact that he's starting on, like, these shooting games so young...
Yeah.
It's kind of scary to think how good he would be.
The main reason I let him play Paladins is because it's very cartoony. There's no blood.
Oh,
There's like, it's...
He gets it.
And it's a teamwork game.
Yeah.
Like, there is no solo. And I always tell him, I go, if you're Siege, you take the point. If you're Onslaught, you take the point. If you're Team Deathmatch, depending on your character, you hang around the people that you can help. It is a team game. So he really understands the team aspect of it.
That's good.
Which I think is awesome. And it's funny that you bring up A Link to the Past, because at this point, it was like 5 or 6 years ago when we went out to eat for my birthday, and Rick bought his 3DS, and he had A Link Between Worlds. And my son was 3 years old at the time, maybe, and
that's right.
He couldn't read, but he saw Rick's 3DS and asked Rick if he could play it, and Rick let him play it, and without being able to read or make any sense of anything, he went and fucking found the sword and then gave it back to Rick, and Rick was like, oh shit, you went and got the sword.
Because
Rick hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, Rick is too busy doing other stuff.
Because Rick hadn't done it yet.
Yeah.
And it was just too funny to watch. And like,
That's hilarious.
He's very mechanically inclined with stuff like that. And I know I sound like a fucking dad who's always talking about their kids. Also, it's my show. Fuck off. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And he does. Him and my daughter both. They fucking amaze me on a daily basis.
That's
with the
good.
things that they know and the things that they do without me having to tell them.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's got to be a cool feeling.
Yeah. And then, okay, so continuing on the Switch train, I got a Switch accessory. I messaged you about this the other day.
Yeah, you did.
So I brought my Switch, which is fucking be jealous. It's dope as hell. So this company called Skull & Co. It started as a Kickstarter, and I think they went to Indiegogo. And their whole thing was they were making a grip case to make it more comfortable for adults with bigger hands. But it was also supposed to be dockable. And they ended up removing the dockable language from their posts because they had found that some docks were slightly bent. And I'm assuming that they're slightly bent because they were the ones that were on the bottom of the pallets, so the fronts were bent a little bit. So this case was not necessarily sliding into every dock comfortably. Would you like to feel that case, sir?
Yeah.
Feel those? Okay. I thought I was going to hate...
Get extras too?
Yeah. I thought I was going to
come
hate
on.
these buttons. Yeah, they do. Check it out.
Okay.
And they have a plastic housing for them. There's a plastic housing for the grips, and this is a thinner plastic. People are calling it rubber. It's a TPU plastic. It's definitely bendable, but I wouldn't necessarily do that.
Right.
So it comes with... These are the trigger grips, and they're super comfortable, and they came with these ones attached. They also have a slightly smaller profile grip, which are also super comfortable, but not as much as this. So... and a lot of people complained about this part where there's plastic / rubberish shields over the triggers,
buttons,
over the L and R and the ZL and ZR, whatever the hell they're called. SL,
ZL,
SR. So here's how it goes. This is how I slide it in. I know a lot of people do it differently, but I don't like to mess with my buttons. So I slide it in that way. And it doesn't fit in my case now, but that's fine. Bryce, hold that in your hands and tell me how good that feels.
I mean, yeah, it really does. It definitely, like, it's not going anywhere.
No.
It's pretty nice.
And the buttons don't feel bad. The
No,
button
they
covers don't feel bad.
They don't.
And again, it's 3D printed, and I think they're 3D printed. This might be actually
it is.
molded. I think this might be molded. I think these that grips themselves are 3D
And
printed.
this still goes in the dock?
Yes. My dock, it fits perfectly.
Okay.
So Rick's going to bring his dock over, and we'll test it on his. I'm going to laugh if his dock doesn't.
I know.
So I let Rick hold this and play with this before you got here and we started recording. And he goes, oh my God, I need one of those. And I go, yeah, you do. But here's what I'll suggest to anybody that gets this. Make sure you get your tempered glass screen protector, number one, out of the gate anyway. But make sure you get that for if you're going to use this with the dock, because it definitely is a tighter fit. And while it does have a lip, the glass protector sticks up higher than that lip, so it's going to protect your screen.
Rick might be okay because he's got the dock sock. Although, why is your dock sock not under
I took
that?
it off so you can...
So the docks with the dock sock, I don't think this will fit. Rick,
doesn't fit.
your dock fits better than mine.
That's weird.
So it's it's totally
You show it to the
dockable.
camera. I have a close up on you. So.
It's totally dockable. You can hear it engage. Boom, in. And this thing has spent about 10 hours on my Switch while playing Paladins.
Nice.
And I had grip covers that were the silicone covers for my blue and red ones that worked fine. They were fine. But inevitably, I felt like I had to hold the Switch with my pinkies or in the palms of my hand to play, and it just was uncomfortable in my wrist, or my fingers would hurt right away. I played this from 100% charge down to 2% one night and felt zero fatigue in my hands. Zero fatigue. So I would wholeheartedly recommend the Skull & Co grip case for Switch to anybody that has a Switch that plays a lot in handheld, because I do play a lot in handheld. So they did a Kickstarter run, and then they were out of stock for a long time, and I purposely searched on Amazon to find it because I wanted it, and I know they were selling it through Amazon, and I've been seeing a lot of ads for knockoffs of this. So there's already companies that are doing knockoffs of this, that are printing it with inferior materials, that don't have a good solution for the changeable grips. It's just the TPU plastic. They don't have a harder plastic in there to actually clip in,
Mm-hmm.
so they come out really easily. And so I searched on Amazon, and they said that this wasn't supposed to be back in stock until like the 28th of January on Amazon. So I put it in my cart, because that's what I do when I want something. I put it in my cart.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple days later, I got a notification saying, "Hey, something in your cart is back in stock." And I was like, "Oh, I wonder what that is." And it
What was
was
that?
the green and pink. Now the colors are reversed, but I don't care
Okay.
because it looks fucking sweet.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It looks cool anyway.
Yeah.
Um.
No one would know
Right. And
except you.
yeah. And so it's an awesome product. It's under $20 for just the grip case. They have a bundle that has not been back in stock since their initial run that comes with an actual hard case that fits the Switch inside this with, I think, 20 carts, and it has a pouch. So it's similar to the cases that I know I have, and I think Rick has. Do you have a case for your Switch or no?
I do.
Okay, so it's similar to those. It's just deeper and thicker and has cutouts, so it can fit the Switch with the grip case on it. Plus extra Joy-Cons and cables
Right.
and the rails and all that stuff. So everybody, if you have a Switch and you want it, check Amazon. I don't know if they're back in stock yet. It's called Skull & Co. and it's a grip case. And this is like the best $20 I've spent on a video game accessory in a long time. Because I don't have to take it off to dock it.
I'm guessing for the most part you are though. It seems like
No.
you aren't.
No.
Well, cause you took it off now, so I
Yeah,
thought
well,
maybe-
I brought it in the case. I didn't want anything loose, so I took
Okay.
it off to put it back in the box that it came in. Also, like it's the box they ship it in, like it's high quality stuff, man. Like
Yeah, it looks
it's
nice.
in a nice bag
Everything's
that's
protected.
got the logo.
Yeah, it
Everything's
looks good.
protected. It's
It's
got
even
the
got
extra
this-
grips
one of these
here.
silicone things, which I
Yeah.
almost ate as a kid and died.
Did you?
Oh yeah, as a baby.
So yeah, man, it's definitely something I recommend, man. I know there's people on the chat right now that do have a Nintendo Switch.
Blue Jay says, "Have you seen the Ojo Nintendo Switch dock?" Ojo?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Is that the GameCube modified one, or is that a different dock? I'm not ever going to use any third-party docks ever, because after the last firmware upgrade, they've been breaking systems.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to use a third-party dock. But like I've been looking for an accessory like that, and man, that thing is awesome. So the case that you can buy that comes with the Skull & Co, like the bundle, it's deeper and it's got a cutout in the back that can fit like your RAV power pack in it, or like Rick's anchor pack, a 20,000, like a wider one, a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. And it also comes with a proprietary cable that's a right angle, so you can plug it in and charge it while it's in the case.
Yeah.
Like, it comes with a whole lot of shit. The only reason I just grabbed this is because the bundle wasn't back in stock for number one. And number two, I'll probably end up getting that shit later when it's easier to get and not marked up like I can find it on eBay, but it's marked up. And I don't want to do that. I want to give this company the money. Don't buy a knockoff. Don't buy the Mio case. Go for the Skull & Co. Because the complaints I've heard about the knockoff cases is that the grips don't stay on the rubber or plastic because they're just posts. They're not like clamps. These are actually clips that clip into place.
Yeah,
so
you
those
can
aren't
hear
gonna
it.
come off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the other ones is, I think the knockoff brand is taking the measurements of the outside of the case and using that as the measurements for the inside of the case. And like the main complaint I saw with the other grip case that looks like this is that if you push too hard on the triggers, it starts pulling the case off. I've never had that problem here. And I've played like this in bed, upside down. I've played laying down with my arms hanging off the bed. I've had zero issues with this case. And it is fantastic. It's worth every bit of the $18.85 I paid for it. I'll make sure to throw an Amazon link in the description for if this is a clip.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag not an ad. But if this isn't a clip and it's in the full show, I'll make sure I'll send Bryce a link to put in the full show.
Okay. All right.
It's worth the money. They also sell analog stick covers to raise the height of them, so it's more comfortable there too. I haven't bought those yet, but I probably will. It's an awesome thing. Make sure you go out and get it especially if you're in the market for something to take on the go like I was.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, Mike, first of all, do me a favor, swig a beer for the drinking man. 'Cause I'm done, Rick's done.
Yeah.
Go for it. Blue Jay said the Ojo Nintendo Switch dock is the one with the projector.
Oh yes, I have seen
Send a
that.
link. Blue Jay, send a
That
link.
shit's crazy. I don't trust the third party stuff.
Yeah.
But that shit is cool.
It's pretty nuts. And then also Cheesy, to answer a question, I don't know why you're asking this, who has a Switch? First of all, you do. And second of all, everybody fucking does.
We all have one.
Everybody has a Switch.
My son.
My thon. But I mean, from what I've seen, it sounds like Nintendo's going to hit their projected 20 million that they've said.
And this year?
Supposedly, like in their fiscal year. And the talk is that Smash Brothers Ultimate sold 5 million copies in a week.
Yeah, it's the fastest selling Switch game to date. And I think it outsold...
Oh, sorry, Blue Jay. I'll fix that.
What happened?
That Nightbot is being a
Oh.
bitch.
Yeah. So anyways, there you go.
Yeah.
You like this, right?
Yes.
I was mad because it was the only one left, so I was afraid, like, when it smelled funny, I was like, is it the little skunky?
No.
This
It
beer
wasn't.
is
It's
delicious.
good.
Okay.
I like that one. Like, if I had only had this one today, I'd be like, this is the best beer.
Yeah.
But the yellow one, the last one we had,
That was good.
that was...
The Mojay's good,
Yeah,
which is,
super
yeah, that
good.
one's delicious. That one just came out not
Okay.
that long ago.
So, Mortal Kombat 11 reveal.
All right.
Ronda Rousey's doing the voice of Sonya Blade,
Yep.
which I think is really cool. It's perfect for her. I hope she does some of the mocap, because it would be nice to see a change for Sonya, because she's had a particular fighting style going all the way back 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be really cool to see her with a more realistic MMA style that like Ronda Rousey has.
Yeah.
That would be super dope. It's coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and fucking Switch.
Yep. Everything.
What? I'm not that surprised, honestly, because
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 9, the reboot, was on Vita
Yeah.
and looked fucking amazing. I actually played the majority of my time with Mortal Kombat 9 on the Vita.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was seamless. So good. So,
I'm going to say it. Sorry, I'm going to say it. I've said it before. I said it again. The greatest thing about the Switch is just like the biggest appeal is the fact that you could take it anywhere.
yeah.
I think that like that appeals to me every time.
Yeah, I go to freaking my kids' Michaela's cheer practice, and I take my Switch and I throw on the hotspot and I play Paladins.
Yeah, and
it there's zero lag. Like
Right.
it picks up the signal, and whatever online infrastructure they're using for Paladins to make sure it works with a hotspot really
Right.
fucking well.
yeah, and the difference is we're not talking about a fucking specific handheld console. We're talking about a game, a console that you're playing legit 2019 console games on the go, and that's the biggest appeal.
I
Like,
still say I would have given them an extra $150 to be playing everything.
yeah,
with a
and
better- with a
that'd
better
be
GPU.
fantastic. But for me, it's like at this point,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know how you go back from this.
Right.
Keep building on this.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means some setbacks or some like I don't know, do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But it's hard to argue with being able to take fucking mainline home
Yes.
console games with you.
And again, I always shit talk people for talking about how, we haven't been able to do this. Yes, we have. We were able to do this with the Vita, but not to this level.
Mm-hmm.
There was an Uncharted game on the Vita, but it was not a Naughty Dog made big console game. It was a very, very good game, but it was not the thing you were playing at home.
And it was made for Vita.
Right.
Right.
But with MLB The Show, you could play the game on the Vita,
Right, which is
and
cool.
Play it when you were at home, and saves go back and forth. That was cool. This is not the first time ever, but the thing that is making it special is that instead of it being an Uncharted game for the Vita and a Killzone game for the Vita, you're playing the next Mario game and the next Zelda game and the next Yoshi game and the Kirby game and like the Metroid game when that comes out. Like you are playing those.
And Mortal Kombat 11.
Mortal Kombat
like
11.
what the fuck?
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Doom fucking
Yeah.
came out on Switch. And
Yeah.
granted, it does not look as good and doesn't
I
run
heard
as
people said it
smoothly.
looked great.
But people are saying like, if you don't have any other means of playing Doom or Wolfenstein, it's
Go
perfectly
for it.
viable. It's
Yeah.
perfectly viable. Same with FIFA. It's perfectly viable. They're not saying it's the best way to play it, but if you don't have any other way to play it, play it. And I think that Mortal Kombat 11 coming to the Switch is going to be so rad. I am not a trophy guy per se. Like I love seeing that shit pop. I love getting my trophies. There are certain games that I go out of my way to platinum.
Yeah.
But a game like Mortal Kombat, I think I might end up just getting on Switch.
That's awesome.
Because I'll play the majority of it handheld with that sweet new case I just got.
Right. So Cheesy,
yeah.
Cheesy just real quick said, I played Uncharted 4 on Vita, so I'm confused what you mean.
He played it through remote play?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying you can't leave your house, Cheesy, with Uncharted 4 on the Vita.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. Even if you were on a hotspot with Vita, you could not play remote play to your console unless you're on the same
He said he did.
Wi-Fi network. Really? I didn't think you could.
I mean, Cheesy, like, I get what you're saying, but
I
come
totally
on.
understand what you're saying.
Don't be a smartass.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I know you understand the
And
difference.
to be fair, I played the majority of my time playing Infamous Second Son through remote play on my Vita. But that's through remote play.
Yeah.
Not something native to the console.
Yeah.
Cheesy, I'm with you, bro.
We got him to laugh. He's laughing. He knows. He knows it's being a pain in the ass right now.
The Vita is a console that is not talked about the way it should be. Without the Vita, we would not have the Switch.
Yeah.
Without the Vita, there'd have been no Wii U. There'd be no Switch. There would not be a push to have mainline console games in your hands. There wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Not without the PSP and without the Vita. So I'm with you, but stop being an asshole.
Right. And like even that comment, remote play is undefeated. I don't agree with that. It's been defeated. The Switch it defeated it.
Yeah. I played
it defeated.
Dude, I even played GTA 5 with you guys through remote play on my Vita.
Yeah.
It worked. It fucking worked.
At this point, I feel like Cheesy is secretly Colin Moriarty or Greg Miller right now with how hard you're playing the Vita angle. Are you a resident of Vita Island or what?
I totally am, and you guys know that. There was so many times where I had you a hair away from buying a Vita.
I know.
Because it was on sale.
It was
and you
close.
wanted more Uncharted. Like, it is an amazing console.
It was close.
And Uncharted Golden Abyss is fucking rad. But yeah, man. Having a Mortal Kombat, and then again, go back to Wolfenstein, and go back to the other Bethesda stuff like Doom and Skyrim. Even though it's not the Skyrim Special Edition, even though it's a port of the 8-year-old PC version, having Skyrim on Switch, having Diablo 3 on Switch, even though it's a port of an 8-year-old game, it doesn't matter. The fact that we can take these with us and not need an internet connection to play them, Cheesy, is the revelation of this console.
So apparently you're in the clear, but Cheesy says not Mike but Bryce need to put some respect with 3 Ks on the Vita. Yeah. I'm not disrespecting it, but like, dude, not at all. But you, like, I'm sorry, remote play is defeated. It's defeated. It's been defeated. I'm sorry. No, that's no disrespect.
So more about this Mortal Kombat. They announced 8 characters: Scorpion, Baraka, Evil Raiden. It's not evil. It's what is it? It's listed as something else. Raiden, Dark Raiden, or some shit like that. They've showed Liu Kang in the trailer.
Are we gonna watch the trailer?
I don't know. It's
Let's watch the trailer.
super gory.
Let's watch it.
It's
Fuck
really
it.
gory.
We're not a bunch of bitches. Let's go.
Rick, I guess we're watching the trailer.
No, we can watch it. I'm just afraid about
what?
Twitch.
What about
But
Twitch?
people play Mortal Kombat on Twitch all the
It's
time.
fucking fun.
Oh, okay.
I just told a story about me pissing into a fucking envelope.
Yeah, but that's...
That's like what?
Right.
That's
Make
real
sure-
life.
Okay, that's Spider-Man, so we're not watching that again. Let's do this.
All right.
Talked about character customization, so like you're not locked into the way Scorpion looks now. It can be like any look of Scorpion.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
It's Mortal Kombat.
Kill me.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
I'll pick your bones clean. Savagery is no match for skill.
Oh, Sub-Zero for Halloween also.
Oh, are you?
You've chosen the
Okay.
destiny.
Whoa.
Ronda Rousey right there. You hear that voice?
Yeah.
It's undeniable. It's like unmistakable. Oh, reverse stunner.
Stunner.
Rude awakening, if you will.
Yeah.
If you will.
If you will, my thing.
Look at this shit, dude. This is so bad.
That's creative.
Watch. Nah, that's not over, Rick.
Yeah. That's soon.
Yep.
Wow.
I love Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit. You're done.
Oh yeah. He's a pre-order bonus.
Okay.
Shao Kahn.
All right. And beta access. GameStop.
Like I said, Mortal Kombat.
Check out our local GameStop rep in Cheesy
Yeah.
in the chat.
Mortal Kombat 9, I thought was fantastic because what they did was they took the stories from the first 3 Mortal Kombat games and made you play through them as specific. Like they hot swap characters as you played through the story mode, which I thought was really cool and it was super innovative. It was in my opinion, the first fighting game to do a story mode any justice whatsoever and actually make it good. I did not play 10. I do know about the combat kids, like Sonya's kid, and there's like other kids of the original fighters. The conceit of this game is that the new big bad is a time traveler. So you will go back in time and encounter earlier versions of yourself. Older Mortal Kombat characters will go back and encounter younger versions of themselves.
Okay.
So it seems really cool. Also, with Raiden going quote-unquote evil, it immediately made me think of Deception because he entered into the pact with Quan Chi to like save, and then he ended up evil. And
Right.
then Liu Kang is dead in that game.
God, that was the best story.
And then like
So good. Brian can vouch.
I am one of the few people that really, I think you might be in the same boat. I don't know how much of it you played, but I know you know from that story that you told me.
Oh yeah.
But Deception and Armageddon are actually really good
They're
story
awesome.
modes.
Yeah.
And I'm in the minority. I really liked the Conquest mode in those games. That was kind of like an RPG-ish type of game where you took the new character from the game through this Conquest mode and leveled him up, and then he became a major character in the story. I'm not asking for them to do another Conquest mode, but I really do like that it seems like they're not just taking Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Deception and later era console games and just like fucking Disneying that shit. Like, this is extended universe. This doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
I like that it seems like they're treating that with some respect, as Cheesy would say.
Respect.
Because I really love those games.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of those games. So I'm really excited about this. And the fact that it's coming to Switch, it's not going to look that good, but the transitions will be seamless because they've done that before on Vita. Nice. So yeah, man, that's Mortal Kombat 11. Ronda Rousey as Sonya Blade. I hope they got her in for some mocap because I would love to see a more realistic fighting style for Sonya Blade.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Also, not just wrestling related, I've been on the Ronda Rousey bandwagon since she first started in MMA. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a great fighter. I know people want to take the last couple of fights and like that's her legacy, but that's not the case, man.
Yeah.
She's a fucking Olympian. She's a great judo player, and she is someone that is to be looked up to by young girls and boys together. Not just she's done so much for females. She's done so much for people who had a similar upbringing or had a parent's legacy to live up to, because her mom is a fucking amazing judo player as well. So it's one of those things, man. Like, I know a lot of people just wanted to hate on her at the end of her MMA career. I'm so glad she's gotten the reception she's got in WWE. Someone who's a huge fan of her, and I really do think she's fucking knocked down doors. Like, we wouldn't have the women's revolution in WWE without Ronda Rousey. And that's not to sell other women's sports short, because look at our U.S. women's soccer team. Without Ronda Rousey and the U.S. women's soccer team and our female Olympians that always fucking dominate when our men are garbage in the Olympics. Like, but Ronda Rousey was the first thing that made it kind of mainstream for young women to look up to.
Yeah.
And she takes that role very seriously. And she talked about it in an interview for this Mortal Kombat reveal where she said herself, like, Sonya Blade was like the first strong female she remembers seeing and looked up to and wanted to be like. And I think it's fucking rad to have like that full circle back around where she gets to be Sonya
Oh yeah,
Blade.
I think that's awesome. Two things. Blue Jay asked, are they going to bring back Rain? I don't
know.
the answer.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so for sure.
And I started laughing because while you're doing your women's spiel, Cheesy, of course, has to chime in, and let's not forget all the women in the kitchen.
And you know what's hilarious is I know Cheesy doesn't believe a fucking word of that.
The views reflected in our chat are not necessarily the views of the three people sitting at
Knowing
the
what
table.
I know about Cheesy, that's him being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like, I'm super excited for this game. It makes me want to go back and play Mortal Kombat 10, which I never did. So I think I might have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, NetherRealm Studios has taken story modes in fighting video games and made them completely viable.
Yeah.
In like every respect.
I think it's exciting, the potential to play this on the Switch. Like, I feel like that actually entices me more. Just because, like, it's cool to think to play, like, a game like this to where you can just pick up and play it wherever you are. As opposed to, like, I don't know how often, because this is just me, I don't know how often I'm going to feel like I want to go home and really sink my teeth into playing Mortal Kombat on my TV.
Yeah.
But if I could take it with me wherever I want, that changes things.
The thing I would love is if they brought 9 and 10 to Switch also, so someone like you who didn't play them could experience those story modes.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. So, anyways.
Rain is a good character, by the way. Rain is a fucking awesome character. So is Rico, which I hope they bring him back. His character is awesome. He's blindfold. He's blind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like this fucking badass ninja. It's fucking dope. But anyway, so yeah. I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah.
Rick, you were fucking freaking out during the trailer.
That's gruesome shit.
So I was telling Rick, I didn't know that was the version of the trailer that was in there because the version of the trailer I watched had the audio from inside the room where they debuted the trailer in
it's
it.
a full-on thing.
And it was like, ah! And you could hear it, but Rick did that for us.
Yeah.
And that made me very happy.
Cheesy sent that.
Well, no, you did the noise, the sound effects for us, which made me really happy.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how I was when I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, it was crazy.
Man, I wish I was hanging out with that one dude. Yeah. The story at the time was fucking so good, man.
He would be shitting his pants right now.
I can't even explain. Like, I just honestly felt like he got us all in the room in the corner, and it was like we were all paying attention. It was fucking story time. Sorry, this is something only we know, so I won't go into it. But is that a show, guys?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So this has been episode number 300 of Some Shit We Like. We thank you and we appreciate you for joining us in the chat. Everyone that did. Blue Jay Gaming, Cheesy Plays, Louis Crab, I think was his name.
He's been in there before too.
Yeah. And anyone else that I'm missing, I'm sorry, I apologize, but we do appreciate that and appreciate you. We thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot believe that we've done this for 300 episodes. What?
Yeah. Rick has something to say when we're done.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Your thing.
Anyway, so yeah, for the uninitiated, if you have never joined us before, we stream live on Twitch. We do this podcast live on Twitch. We'll let you know. Follow us on social media at Some Shit We Like. On Twitter, and you'll let us know. Yeah. Facebook, SSWL Network, you'll find out there too. Instagram. And you can watch us live. Instagram, everywhere, social media, all that stuff. If you miss us live, don't worry, don't fret, and you can't wait for the full show. You can listen to the full episode on Tuesday. It'll go up at usually 10 a.m. It depends if the blinds are closed or not.
Then it's noon.
Then it might be noon. And otherwise, you can catch the first clip of the episode at noon. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and so on and so forth. And if you missed the live stream and you want to be able to fucking watch the whole goddamn thing, video, you want it all, you want it in your system, you can watch it on Friday. Full video, full show. And that's the deal. And we appreciate that. Podcast services everywhere.
Including
Spotify
now?
Yeah. So, Rick had to say something.
Yeah.
So I finally did it. I finally gave in and I got ourselves a Discord
server.
Yeah. So we have our own server now. So right now, for the most part, it's only going to be people that we know or has been visiting this podcast for a while.
Yeah.
Like Cheesy and Blue Jay. I'm gonna send you the link too.
Mm-hmm.
But
What? Cheesy.
what? Oh, Cheesy. Oh.
My dick's hard. Cheesy's dick.
So yeah, the Discord, it has a lot of chats in there, and you can send us links to
hard
things
dick.
you want us to talk about. Just hit me up on Discord or on Twitter, and I will give you the link for the app.
Hey, okay, this is gonna sound.
Or here on
again.
Twitch.
Bryce said something that made him cringe earlier. Are our DMs on Twitter open?
Yes.
Okay. DM us on Twitter at some shit we like, and we'll send you.
We'll send you
the invite to the Discord chat.
Why don't we just put why isn't the invite just sticky like in our Twitter profile or something? I see
Well, we
a lot
don't
of
want
people
to just
do that.
have random people.
Because I want the people that want to
All right, that's
hang
fair.
out and
That's fair,
contribute.
that's fair,
People
that's
who
fair.
actually
hang out
want
and
to
contribute
hang
first.
out with us.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
and then open it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, DM us on Twitter at some shit we like, and we'll send you the invite to the Discord
Or on Twitch.
server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So until next time.
That was some shit we like.